Okay, enough about me, but let's talk about me for a second.
Yes,
Welcome back. Thank you so much. I think I cried my voice away yesterday. It was such a beautiful day. Thank you to you, thank you to everyone, but that's enough about me. Let's talk about you for the next 3 hours after an amazing day yesterday, and yes, it was my birthday. We are set for an incredible Friday. We're going to bring the flavour, we're going to bring the feels, because we are your feel-good breakfast show. And of course, Mama Joyce is back in the kitchen. One of our absolute favourite human beings. She is serving up her famous lamb stew with... Dun, dun, dun. This changed my life. Steamed bread, the kind of dish that tastes like home. You will actually burrow into that steamed bread and make it your home. It is so comforting.
Kind of like an igloo, I can imagine that, just keeping warm. Absolutely love it. And from heartwarming meals to heart-stirring music, I can't wait to get into this. For our music section today, rising star Keenan X-Teen is in studio with a brand new single. It's called Out of Love, and he's here to tell us all about it.
I hope he's not, though.
I really hope he's not.
I really like this guy, man. I want love in his life. I want joy and success because he is amazing. He is so talented, and he's, of course, here just for you this morning. And then another young man who deserves a massive thank you for, showing me the A treatment yesterday, buddy. Good morning, Mr. Raul. Good morning. How are you feeling, bud? All right. I can just see his gorgeous face. Is serene, so I think he's going to be okay for the weekend. We're going to be okay for the weekend. And yes, lest we forget, it is the weekend, but this week has been a vitally important one. Why, Carissa?
We have been celebrating our continent all week. Africa is just such a special place, and what an honor to be part of it. So we've got to ask you a question and put it to you, but listen, okay, I think we've spoken enough.
I'm going to see his face.
Send it on over there. Mr. Ryle, good morning. You're looking good today.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I'm still riding off that G-unit energy from yesterday. What a beautiful birthday, and what a beautiful amount of messages we got from you, Mzansi. So thank you for sharing the love. Keep it coming all throughout this Friday, because we're going to send off into the weekend like no other. And of course, you've heard our question. We want to know the answers. It's a beautiful week of celebrating South Africa, and we want to know what the one word is that sums up the people of Africa. So let us know on WhatsApp. The number is 0630369649. I'm going to start with one word. I'm going to say no, that's 2 words. Let me try and work this out again, okay? I almost did well. It's early in the morning. Let's go with just incredible, all right? You can easily top that one, but come through and let us know. Official duties will commence right now, and Carissa's standing by with the latest.
I love that. We can forgive you. It's a Friday, Ryle. 3 minutes after 6 o'clock. Let's get into those national news headlines, where over 100 high-speed broadband internet towers will be installed in KwaZulu-Natal's rural areas, thanks to a partnership between government, traditional leaders, and a top African digital services company. Premier Tami Ntuli says the initiative, supported by the Ngonyame Trust, aims to address urban-rural internet inequality. With completion targeted for March next year, added 4G and 5G infrastructure will boost digital access and income potential, especially for unemployed youth. Now, the project is set to open new doors for rural communities across the province. In other news in the country, water from the Lesotho Highlands Water Project is flowing again following months of maintenance and delays on Lesotho's side. South Africa's Department of Water and Sanitation began the refill this week, with the stream reaching the Little Caledon Tunnel and expected at the Ash River outfall by today. The tunnel, closed since October, supplies over 400 million cubic meters of water annually to the Vaal Dam. Critical for Free State and Gauteng, they definitely need that. Minister Phemi Majudina will visit the Ash River site on Sunday. In your international news-making headlines, Britain can now sign a long-awaited treaty to cede sovereignty of the Chagos Islands in Mauritius after a High Court judge overturned an injunction that had temporarily blocked the agreement. The deal allows the UK to retain control of the Diego Garcia Air Base under a 99-year lease, safeguarding a key US-UK military asset in the Indian Ocean. Initially paused by a legal challenge from a British Shangoshin, the agreement, first revealed in October, is now set to be formally concluded within days. Meanwhile, Palestinian health officials say dozens of children and elderly people have recently died of hunger in Gaza as the trickles in after an 11-week blockade. The UN confirmed receiving over 90 trucks carrying food and medical supplies, but says it's a fraction of what's needed. Before the war, up to 600 trucks a day entered Gaza. Meanwhile, in Washington, 2 Israeli embassy staffers were shot dead outside a Jewish museum. The suspect, heard chanting pro-Palestine slogans, is now in custody. And closing off your first bit of news for today, we go over here where Kim Kardashian is one step closer to becoming a lawyer, having completed her 6-year legal apprenticeship and qualifying to write California's notoriously tough bar exam. In a private ceremony at the Beverly Hills Hotel, she marked the moment with a graduation cap and a proud smile. Inspired by her late father, attorney Robert Kardashian, Kim chose the unconventional path of studying under practicing lawyers rather than attending law school. Juggling fame, business and family, she dedicated 18 hours weekly to her studies, championing criminal justice reform along the way. Her perseverance proves that passion and grit can turn even the most unexpected journeys into meaningful, history-making ones. Great story to close off your 6 o'clock news. Let's delve into some sporting headlines now. Graham standing by, giving you the latest.
Thank you so much. We start on an emotional note, I would imagine, for Luka Modric, who has now officially announced he'll be leaving Real Madrid following this summer's Club World Cup. The 38-year-old has had an incredible career. Croatian midfielder has made nearly 600 appearances for the club since joining the Europa League winners Tottenham in 2012, winning 28 trophies. 28 trophies. Just let that sink in, including 6 Champions League titles. Modric, who won the 2018 Ballon d'Or, could stay until mid-July if Madrid reach the tournament's final stages, and we certainly hope that's the case. Casting a gaze even further forward, World Rugby has now confirmed that the pool stage draw for the 2027 Men's Rugby World Cup in Australia will take place in December. So the expanded tournament will feature 24 teams in 6 pools of 4. And the event runs from the 1st of October to the 13th of November, with Perth hosting the opener and then Sydney the final. 16 teams have qualified so far. Now, turning on to cricket, those have hit form have headed in a massive way in the IPL, I suppose, heading into the business end. Mitchell Marsh smashing a brilliant 117 of just 64 balls to lead the Lucknow Super Giants to a commanding 235 for 2, setting up their 33-run win over the Gujarat Titans in Ahmedabad. So Nicholas Pooran, he added 56 not out, and that was just off 27. Aidan Markram also chipping in with a valuable 36. So despite some solid cameos from Shah Rukh Khan weighed in with 57, Shubman Gill with 35, and a few others, Gujarat falling short in their chase. Now we turn to tennis, and back on clay, Carlos Alcaraz begins his French Open title defense up against Japan's Kai Nishikori, with Iga Swiatek facing a challenging road to a 4th straight Roland Garros crown amid a year-long trophy drought, in fact, which is strained for a player in her form. Meanwhile, world number 1 Jannik Sinner, he meets Arthur Rindenek, excuse me, and Novak Djokovic chasing now a record 25th major, opens up against Mackenzie McDonald. So lots riding on this year's French Open, and I think a lot for the players, some pride in it as well. So we'll certainly watch that space, but that's where we leave our sporting headlines for now. A brand new day. I'm sure some weather news to take in before we get those temperatures.
Spot on, mate. Yeah, we're bringing weather news first, and then you can see the temperatures. And speaking of, Deputy Minister David Mashlobo has reaffirmed government's commitment to long-term water sustainability, calling for cross-sector innovation and a mindset shift around water usage. Now, at the Water Security Africa Conference in Cape Town, he advocated for a circular water economy where all water resources, rainwater, stormwater, and wastewater are reused. Now, the One Water philosophy urges integrated science-based management of water as a finite resource. Now, meanwhile, the weather across South Africa is mostly calm and cool, with no warnings issued for the day. Well, beautiful stuff. And I think with no warnings, I'm just going to warn you about this. A beautiful picture sent in from Pelican Park. It's all the way from Gail. I can't thank you enough for this one. And what a beautiful moment. Before the sun even rises up, you've got what I call that pre-burn effect. The sun just reflecting over the horizon there, and jeepers, what a beautiful array of colors, Gail. Thank you so much for sending this picture in. 21 degrees Celsius, that's the weather you can expect on your lovely doorstep. And remind them, Mzansi, keep sending these sunrise views in. We absolutely love it. The number's 063-036-9649. Let's see if you can top Pelican Park. For now, though, it's our first opportunity to take a look at the temperatures you can expect on your side of town.
Beautiful. Wow, I'm just having a chuckle to myself. You're the only person who could join a sunrise photo into a pre-workout burn. Look at that pre-burn. He's about to tackle the day. He's going to do 9 reps of this morning. He's going to hit the afternoon, do another 12 reps. He's going to smash today. What is Paradise leg day, baby?
It looks beautiful though, man. Let's be honest. Come on, come on.
Pelican Park has never looked that good. Thank you, Gail, once again.
So I also cracked another dad joke about Tottenham being the Europa League winners when it wasn't in the news report, because that was pretty much the only game I watched this whole season.
Yeah, you know what?
Stuff, man.
We'll take it, man. But unless we forget, it's the last weekend of the EPL.
I can't believe it. Well, look, for Liverpool fans, it kind of ended a few weeks ago. I'm not going to gloat. But I am going to be talking about all the highlights of the season. I'm going to be joining Gray for this one because it was a stellar season indeed. So you guys can come join in before you hype you up for the last weekend of the English Premier League. I can't believe it's actually
We'll be back next season, don't worry.
Yes,
it's okay. But yeah, this one I think has us spent. I think, you know, certainly for the Man United and the Spurs fans out there.
I don't see them anywhere this entire week. They are gone from South Africa, immigrated. But don't worry, you guys can watch us from wherever you are abroad. We're on YouTube streaming live and, of course, on your telly. So don't go anywhere, Mzansi. See you after this. Won't see the United fans, though, I'm sure.
I love boots. I love like loungewear a lot. I love oversized jumpers. With kids, you know, they go around, they play, so I always make sure that, you know, they're durable, they last really long.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. It is our last Football Friday. Can you believe it? So welcome to it. Welcome to the ABSA Football Friday. The countdown is on as we enter, yes, the final weekend of the EPL. So we're going to break down some of the stories, the overarching stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat for the finale. And it's all made possible by ABSA, the official banking sponsor of the Premier League. Proudly, I think, to see the supports, they love the stories behind each team. And that, I think, plays out through the fans, because we are way too emotionally
and I think about it and reflect on some of the fans we've had on the show and the conversations, the banter, the cheers, and preempting some of the biggest games. But let's get into it, bro. Let's start off with, of course, I'm not going to gloat for long, so let's get it out the way, right? We have to kick off with the title winners, Liverpool, and their new era under Arne Slot, which obviously began...
That has all the potential in the world, but the players just haven't switched on. And clearly the players understood what this meant, and it's 20, it is massive. So congratulations. Move on now.
All right, gloat is over officially.
Enough good news, man. I need to just can we sour the party a little bit. The 2024-25 Premier League season also ended in heartbreak for some big teams.
Oh, man.
Southampton, Leicester City, Ipswich Town, who I think just had a tough run the entire year. All relegated to the Championship. Southampton made unwanted history by becoming the first team ever to be relegated with 7 matches still left to play.
That's rough, bro.
I know.
I think what hurt for me the most was Leicester.
Yeah.
Knowing that they are this dream team that came from the division before
the losses that they
literally
faced.
Premier debuted and won the league, and then they're coming back again. It's like, no, you guys were like top team, you were like top caliber.
Losing their boss in the most awful way through a helicopter accident. There's been so much that has happened to that team.
Think of Jamie Vardy, bro. What is he thinking? What is he going through? The highs, the lows, the ebb and flows. What a journey he's had.
Question. Where is he actually going? So watch that space. And of course, now that the EPL is wrapping up, the race for European Cup competition heats up. Not everyone qualified by default, like Tottenham did after the Europa League.
But listen, we also obviously have Liverpool and Arsenal in that mix, right?
Yeah.
They secured it, but 3rd, 4th and 5th place, it's still up for grabs. Can you believe it? Man City, Newcastle, Chelsea, Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest are all within margins from one another and fighting to secure remaining spots. So how cool would that be to see some of these teams?
Well, the fact that Aston Villa's on that and
Nottingham Forest,
Emery,
bro.
Absolutely amazing. Nottingham Forest, where have they come from? But for me, the team of the year, Newcastle under Eddie Howe.
Yeah, Magpies, baby.
How they've become a top 4 team in their culture, in their performance, in their consistency.
You can feel
I feel like Eddie Howe has earned the right, and I really hope Newcastle get that spot.
I can't echo those sentiments enough, G. You absolutely are on it. And I mean, this is what it was all about. There was so much to fight for, to secure remaining spots, that top 5. And obviously with this weekend's final EPL games, there's a chance to make all of this happen. So there is so much still on the line for this one.
Okay, so let's break it down. Let's take a look at the final weekend's fixtures in the EPL and to give some score predictions to add a little bit of spice. Man City versus Fulham.
City are starting to look good again, bro.
Yeah, I would say 3-1.
I'm also thinking 3-1. Like, they start early with the goals.
Conservative.
Yeah, they start early with goals. I'm going with 3-1 as well on that one, definitely.
Isak's going to go run rampant against Everton, Newcastle. I'll give them 4, the way that this team is playing, man.
Bro, definitely that. I'm going to go with a 4-2, actually. This is going to be a goal fest. Everton don't lay down easy.
Okay, I like that. I'll watch that game.
And then we got Chelsea, Nottingham Forest. I want Forest to come through here, man. Chelsea also coming from a high, taking on United and winning that game. So they obviously got momentum. But Forest, I need them to win. I want to see them there.
And there's a lot in it because they're both fighting for the same place.
Absolutely.
Which is really, really cool. And then we don't even have to bother about a prediction for Aston Villa versus Man United.
I'm going with Villa,
Does anyone in the studio want to shout some scorelines for Aston Villa and Man United?
Bro, United are hurting. They're vulnerable. They're bleeding. And I really think that Villa can take an opportunity here. So really going to be an interesting match, that one. Because United have everything to fight for in this one. Really, they've got to make amends for the season that they've had. It's been a shocker.
Yeah, because they didn't win the Europa League final, in case you missed that. That was won by Tottenham Hotspur.
A reminder.
Oh, that's the only game I watched this year, to be honest. The final whistle blows on another thrilling EPL season, and it has been magic. One thing's clear, it's more than just football. Certainly for us, it's about the people, the fans that we've met along the way, the passion, and of course, those moments that stay with us, unfortunately, for the whole season.
Yeah, well, listen, a big thanks, of course, goes out to ABSA, the official banking sponsor of the Premier League, for helping us see every story, every step of the way, and being so excitedly involved in it. Oh, we salute you.
It is a Friday, so let's make it absolutely unforgettable. And we can do that when you play Powerball and Powerball Plus, and that is for 73 million rand today in total estimated jackpot. So much money to be had, so please don't get left behind. Play Powerball for an estimated 67 million, and then you get Powerball Plus for an estimated 6 million rand, and it all goes down today. So listen, put this on your to-do list today. Go into store and buy your tickets. You could also head to the website, nationallottery.co.za. There is the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply just dial *120 *7529 hash. And that, of course, is for USSD. Now, all these details, you can find them on our pages on Instagram and Facebook at Expresso Show. And then Panda Push Up Play, Powerball and Powerball Plus. And that, like I said, is for 73 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. And you could just win millions on millions on millions. But you have to play now and then also hit play on the rest of the show. We've just got started and there's so much more to come. Yes, we need to head into the kitchen to get into something delectable. Mama Joyce, I'm not only talking about her, but also the meal that we're about to make, which is all about her traditional stew, her lamb stew at that, and that is going to be paired with some steamed bread. I can't wait to sink my teeth into it. Not only that, we get into some great birthday deals with game. I can't wait to see exactly what we have for you on the other side of this.
Only you can make my day.
Make a statement with every sip. The Stanley Aerolite Transit Mug in rose quartz metallic combines lightweight performance with undeniable style. Lightweight, leak resistant, and stunning in pink. It's everything you need in a mug. Win 1 of 10 in our latest giveaway. To enter, follow Stanley SA on Instagram. Like the competition posts, comment and tag a friend. Multiple comments don't equal multiple entries. Competition closes 23 May. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yeah, you know that sound gets all the sprightly in your body and gets a little bit of moolah out of your pocket and for a whole lot in return. And listen to this, man. If turning 55 means giving you the most unbeatable deals of the year, well, then happy birthday to Game, because they're making sure you stay warm and cozy this season without burning through your budget. And it's everything from kitchen to comfort zones. Here are the winter must-haves you didn't know you needed, because G-Man and I put the perfect list together for you.
Yeah, and thanks for not cracking a joke about the whole... Yeah,
I got you, bro.
appreciate that, man. I appreciate
I'm
that.
your mate this week, bro.
You know.
Only because of your birthday.
Starting with the ultimate winter power move, okay? The Logic 50-litre stainless steel urn.
Ooh, this is good.
It'll keep you warm from the inside out, whether you're running a busy household, a studio like ours, a community soup kitchen maybe. I love that notion. Just have a serious tea addiction and you need the resources. This guy keeps the hot drinks flowing for only 1,799. Wow. That's an asset for your business.
Oh,
in
and the
winter.
fact that it's
Love
stainless
it.
steel means it's probably going to last almost forever.
Yeah,
So it's a
safe.
great investment. But like you said, I love that initiative. You could almost use this for not just yourself, but for the community.
Yeah, man.
Help out. Assist. We're going into winter.
You can wait outside our studio if you want. Again, just go around with
G-Man
the
will
hot
be
water
first in line.
boys.
I like that, man. It doesn't stop there, of course, because next up we have an unsung hero of winter. I wonder if you can guess what I'm talking about. Well, it's the Gold Air oil heater, and
Yes.
it's just going for 1,099 Rand. So winter's not going to be cool. It's going to be hot and fired up. It's silent, it's safe, and this one is energy efficient. And it brings the heat without turning your living room into a wind tunnel. I don't know if you've seen that, bro. Some of the heaters just like throw hot air. They dehydrate you. It causes like dry lips and stuff. Not cool. It's not
I
a
like
vibe.
this, you can like be close to the heater.
Yeah.
You know, if you're getting up
Wanna
for school,
get the
that's what I
tunnel
remember,
on.
where the heater was most essential, getting up for school, and you try not to like reveal any skin to the winter air, be as close to the heater, and you're not like a gas heater's going to set you alight.
Bro, I was
I love
literally
it.
thinking of that when I was putting this clothing on. Remember you have like a shirt, jersey, and a blazer for school in winter? And you'd like warm up the insides. Such nostalgia.
And it's perfectly
Proper.
fine. You're allowed to do that. And then I need something with a little more firepower, possibly. The Alva gas electric heater is your 2-in-1 warming solution. 1,599 gives you the flexibility to heat up quickly. Nothing warms up a house like a gas heater. I'm sorry, you turn it on, the room that's furthest away from it in the house warms up immediately.
I'd love to see the stat on how many gas heaters replaced fireplaces and how many people were totally okay with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it really is serving a purpose and it's such a convenient way to get heat in. So what are you waiting for? Get warm this winter. And now, of course, we're not going to stop there because we want you to wrap yourself up in a warm hug every night. How do you do that? Well, Always Home Rib Flannel Comforter set is the ultimate snuggle buddy for just 599 Rand. You got colors to choose from, but more importantly, it's soft, it's stylish, and it's made for couch days and duvet cocooning.
That's a thing, eh?
That's
It's a real thing.
That's the new bucket list item, man. Winter, you got to get a lot of those going on.
When are you allowed to emerge from your winter cocoon? I quite like that
You gotta
analogy,
keep looking
actually.
out for the wings, G.
Yeah,
Then you can
exactly.
go.
It's called sleeping, bro. That's it. That's all the looking out I'm going to do. I love the fact that I am feeling quite sleepy after talking about all of that. Comfort, 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 and a whole lot of warmth. Head to game, in-store, online, doesn't matter. Just do it this winter to grab these winter essentials at these incredible prices while the deals last.
Yeah, and it gets even better. Listen up, right? You also stand a chance to win one of 5 game vouchers worth 5,500 Rand. And it's so simple. All you have to do is enter the post, which is the birthday wish to game on Facebook, Instagram, or X. And don't forget to use the hashtag #GotGame. So send game a birthday wish of whatever kind you want. And you've got 3 options and mediums there. And a reminder, the competition closes on the 2nd of June. So visit game.co.za for more. And don't forget that the T's and C's do apply. For now, though, go get warmed up.
Speaking about getting warmed up, yes, I know the perfect person that can do exactly that, and her name is Mama Joyce. Pew, pew, pew. We're so excited to have you back in the kitchen, Mama Joyce, and you're going to make something that is so delicious. I can't wait to get into it. Yes, she said she promises. Today in the kitchen, we are in for a real treat. Our very own Mama Joyce is in the kitchen, and you already know what that means, okay? She's cooking up her famous lamb stew, the one that's become an absolute studio favorite. And we're talking about melt-in-your-mouth lamb stew, all right? Perfectly cooked to perfection that only Mama Joyce can deliver. And of course, we are celebrating Africa, and our Mama Africa is right here. Okay, Mama Joyce, that's cooking there. What do we do? Where do we start? I can move it over for you, actually.
Okay, let's move this one.
Yeah. And then we can move the plates on.
Our pot. It's a 2 tablespoon
Uh-huh.
vegetable oil.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
Just to get
I
started.
think- yes, we're going to start now.
Okay, so that's going to warm up nicely,
Yes.
and then we go straight with our onions. I love this, Mama Joyce. Thank you for sharing your recipes with us and also your love every
Anytime,
single
Mama
day.
Joyce.
Oh, my goodness. I know Graham absolutely loves this dish. And he said that you showed him how to make the bread as well.
Yes,
The
I
steamed
did.
bread.
I did.
Okay,
I did.
and now you're showing us how to make the stew.
Yes.
Do you think
why
I can
not?
do this in the kitchen? Do you think it's easy enough for me to take on?
Yes, it's easy, darling. It's easy. We can make it.
Okay.
Most special, we're going to be makoti.
Oh, don't remind me.
Don't forget that.
Very soon. All right, so I'm taking down all the tips. We've got some garlic.
Yes,
We've also got some onion.
Yes.
I think that's the base and a great base to any sort of dish, eh? It
Yes,
gets the
yes.
flavor.
That flavor, yes.
Do you make this dish often at home?
Yes, I did. You like meat at home?
Who doesn't? Every night.
Every night, Chum.
Oh, Mama Joyce in the kitchen every night. Y'all give her a break.
And I like to cook for my family.
Oh, that's good. Is it a love language?
You see most my
beautiful.
body. It shows
Really
everything.
both, Mama Joyce, come on.
Now and then we can
We don't skip no meals, okay? Okay, some paprika in.
Yes.
I'm gonna pass you the spices.
Okay, Chum.
Oh, that color is so nice.
Yes.
Let me see if I can guess what this is.
Guess, Chum. Guess.
Ooh. I don't know,
my
but it
favorite
smells
spice.
good. It's your favorite spice?
Yes. Every dish I make.
Is it chicken spice?
No.
No.
No. Guess,
It
Chum.
smells spicy. Is it barbecue?
No. 6 gun.
It is 6 guns.
Yes.
Okay.
6 gun.
You know what? In every single household in South Africa, we all have that packet of 6 guns.
Yes, yes.
Ah,
It
okay,
makes
okay,
that
okay.
aroma.
That's like the secret one, eh?
Yes,
the
it's a
secret
secret
spice.
one, yes.
All right, so the flavors are all in.
Yes,
And then what
then
else
we
do we
go
go
to
for?
gooi.
Yeah? The
The
meat.
meat.
The yams.
Yes,
Okay.
the yams.
Let's go.
The yams.
And we're using lamb today.
Yes, we're using a lamb stew.
Could you use other meat or
Yes, you can. You can show me.
chicken?
Chicken, beef.
Okay.
Yes, you can. You see the color now.
That's
It's so khalising.
Oh. Yes?
It's so khalising.
That.
You're craving it.
Oh, yeah, I am. My mouth is watering. I'm not going to lie, Mama Joyce. Yummy. Okay, how long does this usually take to cook? Because I've heard lamb actually takes quite a while to be ready.
Yes, an hour, chum.
Hour?
Yes, take
And you
an
make
hour
this
to make it
every
soft,
night, Mama
chum.
Joyce.
If it's hard, it's not going to be nice.
Oh. And I've
Must
had
be
that
soft.
before.
Yes, must be soft.
Almost falling off the bone. Okay.
Yes.
So we must brown our meat just a little bit. What does that do? Does it add flavor?
Yes, it's flavor, chum.
Yeah. So you got to build up the flavor. I think that's most important. And you know what? We have to still, even though it's a lamb stew, include some vegetables. And I see you've got potatoes, carrots,
Yes, potatoes.
and peppers.
Peppers, robot peppers.
Okay, can I throw them in?
Yes, gooi chum.
All of it.
Gooi chum.
There you go.
You see?
The potatoes are not going to fit in there, Mama Joyce. We needed a bigger pot. Okay, I'm going to do one for you,
Okay, show
one
me.
for Graham,
Yeah.
one for me,
Don't forget
and one
Samuel.
for Ryle.
How can you forget Chetwin?
All right.
He's not a vegetarian.
He's a vegan. This one is for Chad. Okay, we'll mix that all in. And I see we've got some tomato base. You've got some tomato paste.
Yes, must gooi first the stock,
The
chum.
stock. Okay.
Yes.
How do you get the gravy to be nice and thick?
Thick potatoes, chum.
The potatoes.
Potatoes, chum.
Okay.
If we add potatoes, it's gonna be thick.
So must I'll add some more. That should be enough. Because you want the meat to be the focus, actually.
We're not making potato stew.
You're right.
We make lamb stew.
We're making lamb stew. The potato's
can't
not the
boil
main
it of
character. No. 1 more minute. Okay, let's get into this. I'm going to add some salt.
salty.
I'm going to add some pepper. I wish they would give us 20 minutes to make this. And then what we have is this delicious stew right here. Now, the color on this is absolutely incredible. I'm risking burning my fingers here. All right, right, so we're going to dish that up in just a little bit once we add all the tomato in as well. And then we're going to add some steamed bread. I'm definitely going to sit with my paper and pen to take down notes on
Graham's
that one.
favorite, steamed
Graham's
bread.
favorite.
Yes.
I almost thought it was dombolo, but that was the ones, the dumplings.
I remember that you said, is it Thomas? No.
Oh, it's this.
Steamed bread. It's
How do you call it?
sonka samans.
It's sonka samaz. That's what we're actually
Yes.
going to get into, and I can't wait. So in just a little bit, Expresso fam, stick around. But in the meantime, ExpressoShow.com is where you find this recipe. Tomato paste?
Yes, sure.
Yes. See, I'm learning
Quite
quick.
sure.
All right, let's get into it.
Looks yummy.
Fantastic. Oh, the flavors are great. All right, Raul, what is coming up on the show still?
My man, Keaton Eckstein has just landed in the building. Bro, how you doing?
Quite, just in time.
Oh, man, it's going to be an XDN fest today. Last time you were here, you definitely blew us away, and I know you're coming with new music. We can't wait to hear it, and thank you for dressing to the nines, bro. I love it.
All good. The early mornings are getting to me, so if I dress good, I feel good.
Well played. Definitely ready for a Friday, and of course, that means that good music is coming your way, Mzansi. So, of course, as promised, we're going to send the right energy to start off this weekend, and you don't need to go anywhere. Maybe grab a coffee, but that's about it. We'll see you around the corner. Yeah, bro, just a quick...
This winter, staying healthy is just a click away with BePrepared365.co.za, your go-to platform for trusted medical advice and helpful health tips. While taking charge of your wellness, ask your pharmacist about the Adcock Ingram OTC Winter Survival Pack, including Corenza Paracy, Medikil, Exvigen, and Adco Napamol. Stand a chance of winning weekly cash prizes by replying to the competition question on Expresso's social media pages with hashtag AdcockOTCWinter. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Maybe I've forgotten.
Hey, hey.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's so good to have you. We are still absolutely mesmerized by Mama Joyce's lamb stew. Is your mouth watering? I can't wait
All
to
the
get into it.
smells as well. Come on
Absolutely
now.
insane. But for now, though, from the kitchen, we're going to let that cook for a bit. We're going to port our eyes over here. It is Keaton Eckstein. He's in the building and lighting up the rock scene with raw energy, vintage meets modern sound, and a growing global following. Yes, we're international, baby. And as he gears up to go on his 4th European tour, he joins us in studio to chat about his new single. It's a good one,
Absolutely. I
too.
can't wait for this one. It's titled Out of Love. And I'm sure there's still some love involved, a whole lot of it. But before we do anything, let's give him a feel-good welcome.
Yes!
Yeah.
Thank you.
How you doing,
Thank you
bro?
very much. No, all good, all good. Always glad to be back. Yeah.
I wanted to ask the real question that Mzansi's dying to know, bro. How do you get your hair looking so good at this time of the morning?
Please.
Sure.
Is it a perm or is it just natural? You wake up
Do
like
you
that?
wake up like that?
I did wake up slightly more disheveled than this, but just gooi the comb through a few times and you kind of got to do the magic fingers in between.
Come on now, bro.
The
But I'm trying to
jazz
go for the
fingers.
pony like you. But, it's just curling out the sides. It's
Let's
not doing-
trade, bro. I
doing well.
love that look, man. But more
great.
importantly, let's talk about you. You're no longer a South African. You're an international, bro.
Come on.
Because that's the experience that you've had. Obviously, South Africa is still going to be true to your heart. It's the blood of you. But, bro, you've been doing incredible things. Touring 3 times already in over 2 years. So that rate is just insane. And doing incredible things from, I think, July, August this year. Is that when it's going to be going down?
Yeah, that is true. That is true. We've had the privilege to be touring for the last 2 or 3 years to Europe, and this time around we're doing another one.
Incredible.
Heading to Germany, heading to Hungary, and hitting some festivals, hitting some shows, and seeing if we can expand the fan base on the other side of the world while we still work on this side, you know.
What are fans? How are they receiving you, man? Like, what are they? What's the reaction?
I would say so far so good. Yeah, so far so
Well,
good.
they've invited you back, so...
I think that's
Not
where
even
that's where
third
the
time
fun-
lucky because he's already passed that bridge.
No, well, they're great. They're great. They are very open to a lot. So you know, you never know, are they actually a fan or are they just crazy Berlin folk? I'm joking. No, but so
Either
far, so
way,
good.
it's a win.
Yeah, I agree.
Berlin is absolutely fantastic. But tell us about your new music. You've released a single that we're so curious about. It's called Out of Love. Are you out of love,
We are
Keenan?
concerned. Yeah.
Be honest, this is our
I'm
therapy
not out of love.
couch.
I don't think I can ever be out of love. I don't think any of us can ever be out of love. I think maybe just for that, I actually wrote that about a year ago or so. People go through some stuff and sometimes we don't say what we have to say when we have to say it. And that song, I think, is just a little bit of a summary of that and a semi-apology, if you want to call it that. But there's a lot of love, don't worry.
Right. Don't apologize,
Lot
bro.
of love.
Nothing but celebrating out here. Now, let's talk
yeah.
about some of the journey. Obviously, been overseas. Also done some cool collaborations, man. Goldfish, Jeremy Loops.
Yeah.
How does this influence the direction? You and the band have been doing incredible things, bro.
We, as a band, have been trying to play as much as possible. The collabs came quite early. Goldfish was the first one we collabed with. They picked up actually the first song that I wrote ever, but I didn't really use it because it was a very slow waltzy one, and then the style kind of changed, and they took it and they enjoyed it a lot. And now we've got that tune. But other than that, we've been staying busy writing. We've got a lot of songs. My manager's standing off camera, and he's like,
It's like, I can go from, don't tell him anything, though. That's enough.
Yeah, there's a ton of songs we've been writing, and this is only the start of it. So get ready to be spammed by a ton of music.
Yes, bring it
We
on.
receive the
bring
spam,
it
bring
on. We love some spam.
No firewalls, yeah.
Exactly. When it comes to your music for the rest of 2025 and the sound that you've now created, what can we expect? Can you give us little tidbits along the way? Because that sound check was absolutely insane.
I am always very daunted by that question because I don't know how to summarize it. I mean, I would just say, the sound of it would be in a pop rocky, indie try and commercialize that field. But there's this very classic sound that I just try and keep alive through my music.
I like that.
So I'm just going to keep doing that. But I like to let the people decide on the sound of it,
Oh, it's said by a true artist. Let the people decide.
You are living it, man. You're walking the walk, talking the talk.
Thank
We are celebrating the celebrations that your band and you deserve. And I think today is what it's about.
you.
Sending us into the weekend, giving us some good vibes and sharing music. So that's what's on the playlist for this morning of Mzansi. I hope you're ready for it. Before we get into anything, though, we are going to be sharing some more of the magic on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So give Shannon a little bit of time to recover so that he can send you the energy that you deserve. But for now, man, it's the post B-Day, G-Day. And he's got something to tell you.
I was thinking about it, Keenan. I think old school is the new school when it comes to you, brother. The best of both worlds, and we are here for that. We are here for those links as well, and I think you know us and how excited we'll get about this kind of initiative. We're going to get an inside look at youth upliftment at its finest on another level as we join ABSA at the incredible 2025 ABSA Wilde Klaver Sports Tournament, South Africa's biggest stage for rising school sporting stars. This is where it all begins. Let's take a look.
Working very closely together with Wilde Klaver, over the past 2 weeks we've created a platform where every child that's participated, I think it was in the region of 4,500 kids participating this week. It's a very, very stable environment in which they can express themselves and obviously start their careers going forward.
We started off only with rugby, then netball came to get the girls involved as well. Quite recently, only 3 years ago, we started with soccer. We are very excited because this tournament is going from strength to strength.
I love seeing young people getting onto a sports field and keeping themselves busy. Exciting to see young up-and-coming, national players, provincial players taking part in this tournament, and also appreciate the fact that ABSA, together with Wilde Klaver and all the other stakeholders, have decided to give young people in our schools sporting opportunities to be scouted. Eventually, one of them you might end up seeing one day somewhere on a sports field wearing the green and gold and representing South Africa, and this would have been the platform where it all started.
Brands like ABSA just invest in youth, especially at such an early age, in developing them for the future. Future box, future Bafana players, future netball players, future hockey players. Just an amazing thing to see because it starts out young, it starts out in the beginning. There's talent that otherwise wouldn't have opportunities that are getting right here at Wilde Klaver. People think they're big in their own leagues until they come here and verse other teams from other provinces and then discover if they're really the big dogs or if they just have a lot of improvements and a lot of things to fix. May they long continue to invest in the youth and empower the youth to just be better at sports and to be better human beings in the future as well.
Well, the message I would give to learners today, whether it's a hockey field, rugby field, football field or netball court, is that opportunities come once. You gotta always be ready for your opportunities. That's number one. Number two, if you are not ready for your opportunity, it does not go away. It goes to the next person, and that person would have been better prepared than you were. So stay ready, so you ain't gotta get ready.
So what I can tell these learners about opportunity and excellence is that you need to grab it with both hands and make sure you never let it go. Because as you can see, they're discovering, whether harshly or whether calmly, that everyone wants the same opportunities as they do, and that everyone here is blessed to be here. Everyone wants this opportunity. So they must use it, utilize it, use it as a launching pad to catapult their own careers, whether it's on the pitch or whether it's off the pitch, but they must just do their best and enjoy it, relish the moment and tell their stories on and off the pitch.
Sport is fantastic. Team sport development, not just from a physical point of view, but also a mental point of view, building character, learning how to win, learning how to lose, and just general well-being.
I think it's a very good association with ABSA. The community is really very important for both of us, and support the community and make things possible and help the people to tell their story. It's a highlight for the community. All the restaurants are full, the guest houses are full. They will tell you it's the best part of the year. It is money coming from outside, and it's not money just turning around in Kimberley.
If you've ever looked at what's happened over the past 2 weeks here, I think in excess of 100 million rands been spent just in Kimberley and the Northern Cape. So that gives the opportunities for the small businesses to grow and prosper due to this tournament. But with this said, we're also getting involved from an ABSA perspective in the local infrastructure, working very closely with the local provincial government, and we've donated R1 million to projects to uplift the infrastructure, specifically roads in and around Kimberley over the past 2 weeks as well. You'll only be successful in life if you've really got a passion for what you want to do. We're going to work hard and then also deal with all the stumbling blocks coming past. The impact that it's had on all the children that's participated from last week, it's going to get even bigger and better in future with by us, including further sports as well. So from that perspective, it's been a great week.
Oh will remember those names, remember those faces from the field to the future. With ABSA's support, the Wilde Club tournament is incredible. It continues to unlock those stories of young people and their potential by shaping tomorrow's champions. What an absolute inspiration to the rest of us. Well, well done.
Look who it is, ladies and gentlemen, the gorgeous, the wonderful Canna Spaniels in the building, because in just a little bit we get into some entertainment news. Tell me, do you like to skinner?
Ooh, spill the tea, girl.
Spill the tea. We always say with the Pinky app, we can't wait to get into some entertainment news with Candace herself, and then just talk about how she wakes up looking this gorgeous every single day. Not only that, we also get into a wonderful performance. It is a Friday, and we want some Friday feels, right?
Yes.
So we're going to bring them on with Keenan Xteen. I can't wait to get into the first performance for this beautiful, beautiful start to the weekend. We'll get into that on the other side of this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. I want to inspire you on this beautiful Friday because one of my favorite women ever, the previous First Lady Michelle Obama, once said these words. She said, there is no limit to who women can actually be and what they can accomplish. And I absolutely love that. I carry it with me every single day because it's the heart of the Women of the Future Awards that's all going down this year, shining a light on women leading businesses with confidence and also resilience, but most importantly, with so much vision.
And it's an essential. We need a matriarchal energy in our country
Agreed.
more than ever, I think, right now. Fair Lady, Santam and True Love are now on the search. They are looking for the 2025 Sanlam Woman of the Future. It is a massive network plug-in. You don't understand. Whether you've just launched your business and are making a difference in the community, you've been maybe steering your own enterprise for years and have left a wake of growth and development behind you, this could be your moment.
I want that for you too. So if you know a woman who's gone the distance and also built something absolutely meaningful, or you are that woman, this is the time for you to step on forward and put yourself out there to get the rewards of
Shameless self-promotion is what I always say to guests on the show. This is your chance, put it out there. But I think it's the back end of this, the network, the strategic network that you will enter into with the past winners, even just your alumni, the people that are on that page with you, on that list. And I think it's one of those, I remember saying this to you at some point, I think when you entered into our space, where you're like, oh, am I going to make it? I'm going to like, you're on the list now, girl. I mean, you were nominated for awards in your first year on TV. You're on the list.
Absolutely.
And you've got to own it. But if you don't get that recognition, you don't know, man.
But you've got to be your own cheerleader. So we want you to say, yes, I back me and I want to put myself out there. It does make me think, though, about some of the women-owned businesses that I've been obsessed with lately. I'm pretty sure you've got your eye on a couple
I was thinking about the other day, obviously we worked with Laura from Phytoceutics and their amazing team, and they've got a very strong feminine energy in the way that they operate. But she took a very successful business into the future. I love the way that she has updated. She obviously had the culture there. She had a great product to work with, but she has just amplified what they can do. And when you see her sitting at that level, it makes me happy about where Big Pharma could potentially go when you've got forces like that.
It's in the right hands, let me tell you, and the quality of the products are incredible. I also think about women in entertainment. I think about DJ Zintle with Era. I think about Tando Tebete with Tabooties, and they just absolutely nailing it, making sure that not only are they incredible award-winning entertainers, but also ticking that business box to say that you can actually be every woman.
Well, it opens the door. It opens the door, and this is where I think, you must get used to celebrating your peers' successes. Because if they can do it, you can do it. It's like that little dude on the internet says, if you dream it, you can achieve it, man. You can do it, Mom.
And as women, I think it's really important for us to also not only see each other as competition. And if you do, it is healthy competition.
Yeah, be inspired by it.
Exactly, to move forward, but definitely just complementing one another in a space of business that we can all exist and all have a piece of that pie. So very excited about the future.
And we are left now getting into the nuance of what is going to take in the current, the modern setup to be successful. And I think the way that women manage the kind of emotional plug-in that you get in the EQ in a system that is driven by women, it is very different to a hierarchical system that is driven very often by men.
100%.
But I realize through this conversation how vital the mentoring through that process is. And as a man, you will have 10 mentors waiting to guide you on your business journey. It is almost impossible for a woman to find a mentor in their business that's done what they've done.
Absolutely.
So you kind of have to have platforms like this to be able to highlight those people, show them, because that kind of representation matters, but it needs to be taken a step further. They need to be plugged into the system.
Yeah, I think we can all win together, and that's something that isn't necessarily taught to women growing up. It's like there's only one of you, and the rest of the people have to fend for themselves. But you're right, open the door, don't be a gatekeeper, and make sure that the rest of us are also eating.
I'll use a little analogy. So obviously we work alongside Patience Stevens, who is the mother to this particular company. But I had a moment, we were shooting My Design Rules, and I came back in here at about 10 o'clock in the evening to do a voiceover, and I left at about midnight, and then obviously had to come back the next morning. Patience was the last face I saw when I left, and when I came back in the morning, she left that voiceover when I was coming back, all exhausted to start my working day. Those are the kind of leaders that we can follow because we understand they prove through their actions where we're at.
Lead by example. So shout out to Patience and shout out to all the women that we have highlighted right now. And if you think that you deserve this award, you've got to listen up. You've got to enter one of these 3 categories and win your share of over 840,000 Rand in prizes. So here are the categories. The first one, Rising Star Award. The second one, Social Entrepreneur Award. And then you get the last one, Women of the Future Award.
Start dreaming, man. Start dreaming. Visit the womanofthefuture.co.za platform to enter. It's as simple as that. And please, the entries close on the 3rd of June, and we're going to get some big guns. I think this has been a breakout year for women in South Africa. I think this is going to be the best year ever.
Oh my gosh, I feel it in the air. It's finally our time. So make sure that you create the future that you absolutely deserve. And definitely 1-3 June is where we wrap things up. So make sure that you definitely head over to that website to get yourself in the running. 3 categories you could be in all 3 if you even tried.
And I love the fact that social entrepreneur is on the list with other elements as well. Our social development has to be the most important part of this kind of puzzle to put into place. So we need more women. Why? Because you get 4 times the return on investment we have now established when you invest in a South African woman. So think about the woman you need to highlight.
Beautiful stuff, highlighting women, just how we do it. But for now, though, we're going to highlight official duties, and it's just gone 1 minute past the hour. So let's start off with national headlines. Now, Deputy President Paul Mashatile says South Africa is committed to deepening trade ties with France, and that's following his appearance at the South Africa-France Investment Conference in Paris. Now, he highlighted progress since 2018 with France, which firms have been pledged over 70 billion rand, and most already delivered or are underway. Now, the focus now shifts to partnerships in infrastructure, education, and innovation. And Mashatile proposed that the 2 countries host a joint investment conference every 2 years, reflecting a growing commitment to long-term economic cooperation. Well, carrying on with national headlines, and over 100 high-speed broadband internet towers will be installed in KwaZulu-Natal's rural areas. And that's thanks to a partnership between government, traditional leaders, and a top African digital service providing company. Now, Premier Tami Ntuli says the initiative, supported by the Ngonyama Trust, aims to address urban-rural internet inequality. Now, with completion targeted for March next year, added 4G and 5G infrastructure will boost digital access and income potential. And that's especially for unemployed youth. Now, the project is set to open new doors for rural communities across the province. Well, from national headlines, we move to international news, and Iran has warned that the U.S. will be held legally responsible if Israel attacks its nuclear facilities, following media reports of potential Israeli military plans. Now, as nuclear talks resume in Rome, Tehran reiterated that its program is purely civilian and said it will adopt protective and, quote, special measures, unquote, if threats persist. Now, Iran also notified the UN and the watchdog International Atomic Energy Agency about its readiness to respond. And separately, the Revolutionary Guards warned Israel of a devastating response should an attack occur, further intensifying the geopolitical stakes. Now, next up, Britain can now sign a long-awaited treaty, and that's to cede sovereignty of the Chagos Islands in the Mauritius area after a High Court judge overturned an injunction that had temporarily blocked the agreement. Now, the deal allows the UK to retain control of the Diego Garcia Air Base under a 99-year lease, safeguarding a key US-UK military asset in the Indian Ocean. Now, initially paused by a legal challenge from a British Chagosian, the agreement, first revealed in October, is now set to be formally concluded within days. Well, next up, prepare to be inspired. And by who? Kim Kardashian. Yeah, you heard correctly, because she's one step closer to becoming a lawyer, having completed her 6-year legal apprenticeship and qualifying to write California's notoriously tough bar exam. Now, in a private ceremony at the Beverly Hills Hotel, she marked the moment with a graduation cap and a proud smile. Now, inspired by her late father, attorney Robert Kardashian, Kim chose the unconventional path of studying under practicing lawyers rather than attending law school. Now, juggling fame, business, and family, she dedicated 18 years weekly to her studies, championing criminal justice reform along the way. Now, her perseverance proves that passion and grit can turn even the most unexpected journeys into meaningful, history-making moments. Beautiful stuff indeed. I hope you're inspired by that, but maybe more inspiration comes in the form of sport. And here's G-Man with the latest.
All rather emotional start to our footballing bulletin now as Luka Modric has announced that he will be leaving Real Madrid following the summer's Club World Cup. And it's massive. The 38-year-old Croatian midfielder has had an incredible career, 600 appearances or nearly since joining from Tottenham in 2012. Get this. 28 trophies, including 6 Champions League titles. That is crazy. Modric, who won the 2018 Ballon d'Or, could stay until mid-July if Madrid reach the tournament's final stages, and they'll certainly need him. Now we turn to rugby, and a little further afield, World Rugby has confirmed that the pool stage draw for the 2027 Men's Rugby World Cup in Australia will take place in December. So the expanded tournament will feature 24 teams now in 6 pools of 4. And the event runs from the 1st of October up until the 13th of November, with Perth hosting the opener and then Sydney the iconic final. 16 teams have qualified so far, so we'll certainly wait with a lot of anticipation to see who makes it through. Now we turn to cricket, and the IPL has found another gear yet again. Mitchell Marsh in particular smashing 117 of 64 balls to lead the Lucknow Super Giants to a commanding 235 for just 2 and setting up that 33-run win over the Gujarat Titans in Ahmedabad yesterday. Nicholas Puran, he also added 56 not outs off just 27 balls. Aidan Markram also chipped in with 36 there. And despite some solid cameos from Shahrukh Khan with 57 and Subman Gill with 35 and a few others, Gujarat falling short in their chase, but that was a massive total. Now we can get excited about getting back onto the clay, and none more so than Carlos Alcaraz. He begins his French Open title defense up against Japan's Kai Nishikori, while Iga Swiatek, she faces a challenging road to a 4th straight Roland Garros crown amid a year, in fact, where she hasn't won a trophy yet. Meanwhile, world number 1 Jannik Sinner, who looked back to his best, he meets Arthur Rinderknecht and then Novak Djokovic chasing. Get this again, a 25th major. He opens up against Mackenzie McDonald. I think there is a lot riding on this year's French Open, and we are here for that as the fans. But that's where we leave our sport for now. The roads should be up and running by now. Let's see if there's anything to report on.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Let's have a look at your traffic for the first time this morning. Now we head over to KZN first with Peter Maritzburg in the spotlight because delays are expected along the N3 southbound after New England Road interchange. This is caused by a stationary truck obstructing the left lane. So please do remain extra cautious when passing through that area. And from KZN, we move on over to the mother city out in Athlone, where traffic is extremely slow moving on the N2 inbound at Jake's Catterville Drive. And as a result, delays, of course, are expected. So do plan your route accordingly and also stay extra safe on the road this morning. So we leave your Friday traffic. Let's head into your weather. Well, in your weather news, Deputy Minister David Mhlambo has reaffirmed government's commitment to long-term water sustainability, calling for cross-sector innovation and a mindset shift around water usage. At the Water Security Africa Conference in Cape Town, he advocated for a circular water economy where all water sources, rainwater, stormwater and wastewater are reused. The One Water philosophy urges integrated science-based management of water as a finite source or resource. Meanwhile, the weather across South Africa is mostly calm and cool with no warnings issued for the day, which means that we can get into our weekend feeling good. And to make you feel even better, let's have this look from Vernacular straight out of Durban. And I already know it's going to be good because KZN time and time again just shows up to being, can I say it, the best province and the best city Durban is. And Vernacular has proved that once again. Look at that gorgeous sky, just promising a beautiful Friday and definitely a phenomenal weekend ahead. 23 degrees is what you can expect on your side if you're also from Durbs, and I wish you a beautiful day. If you also would like to participate, we have 8 o'clock to still get into. 063 036 9649 is that number to snap on and send your pictures through as we check out your temperatures for this Friday.
Listen, I love the fact that there are no warnings. That means it's going to be a perfect day. Perfect indeed, but it could get even more perfect and even more unforgettable. And that's if you play the Powerball and Powerball Plus for 73 million rand in total estimated jackpots. This is a lot of money. You don't want to miss out, so you do need to do the following, right? Buy the following tickets and allow yourself to get in the game. There's Powerball for an estimated 67 million rand, and there's Powerball Plus for an estimated 6 million rand. It's all happening today, and all you got to do is buy your tickets, and you can do it now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app, cell phone banking, or you can simply dial *120 *7529# and then follow the USSDs. Now, we want you to win so badly that we put these details on our Expresso social media pages, so you can literally go check it out right now and Panda Pusher play the Powerball and Powerball Plus for 73 million rand in total estimated jackpots. It's all happening today, and it means that you could be winning big, lots of millions, but only if you get involved. So I'm going to say good luck, and what else can we look forward to? Carissa's got the latest.
I do have the latest, and I have the best looking, because yes, Curve model Candice Manuel is still with me, and I can't wait to sit on the couch and just get into some nice chats, man. Geselsies all around the world of celebrities, both locally and internationally. We have to get into your entertainment news, and then speaking about entertainment, we've got to get into Keenan Exene, and he is standing by with a great, great song that we are all going to dance into our weekend with. What's your go-to dance move? In the club.
I'm not going to show it to you now.
Oh, well, let's take a break, and then I will definitely have a look at that right now. We'll see you now, Expresso fam.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, Mzansi. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And officially, if you don't know already, it's Friday. So welcome to it. We are going to be coming in hot with the latest in entertainment news, and it's all for you. Mzansi's edition for this one. We're not going to go international, though. Our locals have been doing international things.
Absolutely.
So let's dive into the glitz, the drama, and the biggest headlines shaking up the industry, and we're not doing this one alone.
No, we would never do that to you, okay? Joining us this morning is trailblazing South African plus-size model and also body-positive advocate. You already know her name, Candice Manuel, who has just spent years doing the work of redefining beauty standards and inspiring confidence. And today, she's here to weigh in on the hottest entertainment headlines. We can't wait to get into it. Can we give her another applause?
Well, we might as well.
One, two,
Big
three,
one.
let's go!
Candice Manuel!
And we can also cheers you.
This is beautiful.
Cheers.
I think Candice Manuel is about to give us the manual on how to skin and gesels. You ready for
I like that.
Pinkies up. Candice, pinkies up.
Let's spill the tea. Okay, sip before we talk about Tuso.
Beautiful. What's Tuso been up to?
Delicious. Okay, Tuso Mbedu, we know her, we love her, award-winning actress. We loved her in Mzansi. We love her even more so globally because she is just flying that South African flag so high, as we know that she does. And she's just impressed us time and time again. Recently, she has announced that she's actually going to be part of the next big thing, and that is an action thriller, and it's going to be called Task. And she is alongside somebody incredible. I low-key have a crush on him because he's just so, like, silly.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo. You've heard him.
That's the Hulk, guys.
Literally.
This is not just anyone. This is the Hulk.
Yes, known for his appearances in Marvel movies, and also he's been nominated 4 times for an Oscar. So all I'm saying is that our girl's in good company, man.
How cool is this for our locals? Just not just showing up, but literally rolling with the big boys.
Yeah, look, South Africa is definitely flying the flag high internationally.
Yeah.
And I mean, Tuso is just absolutely beautiful as well. I loved her in The Woman King.
Thank you.
When I saw her there, I was just like, yes, like finally, we are making our mark. And I saw some clips of the task, and Mark Ruffalo is like really got into character.
Oh, we love it.
Quite a different side of me,
So he's basically an FBI agent heading up a task force, and I can't wait to see how it all kind of plays out. It's going to be fantastic. But as you know, if you haven't seen The Underground Railroad, that I think is the movie that put Tuso on the international stage. She's got like this old Southern accent that she just embodies so well, and she is just incredible. And look at her. She is just a superstar. She was born for this, man. Come on. All right, another woman that is a superstar. We've loved her on the ground here in SA. She's also, international. Shura Fatso. She celebrates something incredible. Previous Miss South Africa, Shura Fatso Masida, or otherwise just known as Shuru, has been doing incredible things, making waves. So we know that she's got an entire career in the beauty space. She's definitely on the advocacy space when it comes to social justice. And now she's also just casually studying a master's degree at Columbia University. I'm like,
just so casually.
What can't a girl do?
What is she studying? Actually?
Oh, she's studying something incredible. I do know. I'm going to get it for you right now. Her studies, I know, focuses on political and economic development. So she's doing her master's degree, here it is, in international affairs. Because basically she does a lot of advocacy work
pretty much
against GBV, and this basically helps her along that path as well. Also reproductive health rights.
Yes, I was just about to mention it. I don't know if I can say this, but she's definitely one of my favorites.
You can say it.
You can say it.
You can say it.
And we're going to hold you to it as well.
The thing about her is that she's just broken like the beauty standard. I think that's what drew me to her immediately, which is something I absolutely stand for. So I'm obsessed with her. I mean, she's just flawless, and then she's intelligent as well. I mean, God favored her, eh?
I'm telling you.
There seems to be a trend with beautiful women making big statements, and especially in this world. I mean, we were just talking about Kim Kardashian getting a law advocacy degree, which is incredible. I think she's been putting in like 6 years of work into that. So I'm blown away by the fact that women we know are strong, we know they're powerful, we know they're independent, but the way they're juggling so much and handling the world right now, they're like, come on, guys, is there any challenge out there? Because it just seems like women are dominating, and I'm absolutely celebrating it. How she found the time to do that, I have no clue, honestly.
Wow, that time management. That time
Gosh.
management is on another level.
Premium.
Shooter, we really just wish you all the best for your masters. And she's been sharing snippets and clips with us along the way, which is really so special. There she is moderating a panel.
and all.
Come on, because as I said, her work in advocacy still does continue. I know she's also a huge mental health activist, so it's just so beautiful to see her do her thing, man.
Yeah.
Isn't it inspiring, Candice?
It's so inspiring. I think we definitely need it in our youth. And as I was saying earlier, like, you sometimes find that that's just what the youth needs. Like, there isn't an age limit. There isn't, I mean, people like this are so busy and they're still finding the time to empower themselves and educate themselves a lot further. So I'm all for it.
It's never too late, eh?
Yeah. I don't know how she does it though. I have a 3-year-old and I can barely brush my teeth.
That's a full-time job on its own.
Don't tell us that now. Let's not keep our distance. No, I'm joking, I'm joking. Beautiful. That actually inspires me to also pick up my pen and notebook once again. Well, let's get into our third story, also just celebrating an incredible, incredible stalwart in our industry. It's the annual Kuma Festival, and it always honors film. And speaking about film, we have to honor a film veteran, actor Boyki, or he is known as Moditle Polo, but we know him as Boyki, but that's his full name. We have to give him his flowers while he can still smell them, and he has just been so great in things like Scheme Sam and also Soul Buddies and Generations. Man, oh man, I mean, award-winning. Look at him.
Can you believe he's 85 years old? Like, my goodness, he still looks absolutely amazing. The one thing when growing up, when watching him, I always felt like he was like the Stefano Demira of South African TV, like he's the bad guy. And I just absolutely love him. And I mean, it's amazing that they're honoring him in this festival as well.
It's incredible. I know he's been such an incredible sort of energy and a shed of like light in this space.
Definitely.
It's crazy to think that people aren't even aware of his name. He's just such a a family character. Everyone, we know Boyki.
He's the uncle in the family.
And I think that's so much of what resonates with South Africans and how everyone has gotten behind him. And this is clearly a moment where he deserves his flowers, and I can't be more appreciative of the fact that we are giving it and celebrating it at the same time.
Shout out to the Kuma Film Festival for really acknowledging our greats, because I think every time we look at the Oscars, for example, and they give away those lifetime awards, and we're like, yes, congrats to Denzel, congrats to this one. We also have our own actors and actresses that have laid down their lives, sacrificed so much to make sure that us growing up, us to this day, are entertained and also informed with what the world is what's going on.
And especially like on local TV, I would remember that was all we had.
Literally.
And I would be so glued when I would see him come on, and I'd be a bit scared as well. It's like, you never know what to expect. So he's definitely a legend. I absolutely love him.
You hit a nail on the head there, and sorry for the nostalgia, but literally, I think there was a time when we didn't have many choices in terms of what you're watching. So that was our world, and we subscribed to it. And these people, we grew up with them. And it's so cool to see these
And you
moments.
couldn't scroll past. Like, if it was at 6, you had to watch it at 6.
You had to get there and make sure you were ready, because if you missed anything, it's gone. You can't go back afterwards.
I love it. And I think that's why we all appreciate theme songs, because that was the alarm for us to make sure our bums were on that couch to enjoy and watch the goodness. So congratulations to him. And we can't see you win so many more awards and, of course, be on our screens for so much longer. Well, that wraps up your local entertainment news. Please stick around for the international news.
Okay.
Yeah. Please put us into your schedule. I'm sure your 3-year-old will be totally okay with that as well. Candice Manuel, ladies and gents, making sure that we're up to date with entertainment news. I can't wait to get into some more. We have to get into some more entertainment now.
Yeah, man, don't worry though. G-Man is standing by. He's got the latest. So, buddy, what's happening on your side, bro?
I'm just thinking about that time when you had to come in and literally tune your TV with a stick to get one of those 3 channels, man. We have come a long way, but we pay homage to those that have paved the way. So we absolutely love that. And yes, we will continue to shine a light on those making waves in the entertainment space. I know we've had a lot of South Africans dominating internationally, but we will go international and find out which global stars have been shining and shine a spotlight right there. And then, of course, it could be the final one. At least they're telling us it is, but we know Tom Cruise. It is the Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, and we're going to get come to terms with it if we can. Is this going to be the final installment? That's what they're saying. We'll find out after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thanks so much for choosing to join us this morning. Been listening to Keenan, Extine and the boys. Just prepare for their performance this morning, and we keep drifting off. Absolutely amazing. So you're in for an absolute treat, and yes, some new music on the way there. But we delved into some incredible entertainment news with South Africans shining. Let's see if the rest of the world can keep up with a bit of an international entertainment news scope.
Oh, the cups are being held. Chapter 2 is loading. We got to get into some international news. Now, this first story, I have to just drop one thug here because it just made me really emotional because this journey that Justin Bieber has been on has just been crazy. And I'm just like, somebody get my boy some help, man. If you're a believer, then you definitely are with me on this one. And also, can we get help for his wife, Hailey Bieber? Because the latest story that came out. So Hailey Bieber was celebrating, basically. She made the cover of Vogue, which is an incredible feat. I mean, looking absolutely gorgeous. Milestone in her modeling career. But unfortunately, it was overshadowed by what her man had captioned in his post. So usually I would say, if I'm celebrating Ryle, if I'm celebrating you, Candace, that post is about you. It's not about my feelings. It's not, and the post that he basically made about this cover is that he said, I actually didn't think my wife would ever make. I told her, in fact, that she's never going to make the cover of Vogue. That's what he said. So, baby, you already know, but forgive me for saying you wouldn't get a Vogue cover, because clearly I was sadly mistaken. But that's his second comment. He first put up a post that was a lot more, I would say, insulting. And people came for him.
Backhanded type of compliment.
Backhanded. People came for him, and then he edited and changed it a bit, because you don't do that. You basically tell your wife, congratulations, baby, you look incredible, and I'm so proud of you, period. There's nothing more to say.
I hear you, but I completely agree with you as well. But if you look at this guy's current state, right, I think what he's just trying to do is find himself and be honest in this process. Because I'm looking at his videos and I'm looking at what's going on in his life, and I'm like, everyone's saying he's losing it, he's lost the plot, he's out of control. But I think this is a young boy dealing with trauma, trying to become a man. That's very difficult.
But does it have to be public?
No, well, I think because he's born in the eye, he doesn't have an opportunity to escape it. So, and I'm not defending him. I'm just saying, I think he's trying to be honest and admit, hey, I was wrong. You've succeeded and gone far beyond my expectations. I don't think he's able to actually express himself properly right now. That's clear, as we can see. And
he
we can clearly see he's going to do
himself in
something.
some emojis, because that's how the post ended up looking crazy.
Yeah, I read it and I felt completely different. I thought, he's trying to be cute or funny, but I agree, add a smiley face or a winky face, I was joking. But I mean, I couldn't believe it, first of all, that it was her first Vogue cover. I would have thought that she would have been on so many. But I guess she's also earning her own spot, so if he doubted it, she proved him wrong.
It's true.
My husband would dare.
So this is what I was going to ask you. If your man ever did that, instead of saying, baby, you look so good, I'm so proud, he said, I never thought, actually, but look at you go.
No. I think he knows better than to mess with a colored woman. You should be prepared. That's not the way to go about it.
When you just said it out loud now, I'm like, actually, bro, there's no excuse.
No.
I'm trying to help Justin here.
Look here. He basically then put out an emoji, like a laughing face, a pointy face, a heart face.
No.
Hey, Justin, I can't even help you here, bro. You're your own, man. Hey, man.
Oh, man. All right, well, let's move on from the believers into another person that I was surprised by but impressed with, Kim Kardashian. She made our news today twice over. She basically has also really flipped the script because we just thought, a reality star, a stylist, you know. She's proved us wrong once again, spending 6 years behind actual lawyers, not necessarily in law school, just picking up everything she needed, and now she's going to graduate as a lawyer.
When I saw that news, the thing that stood out for me the most was that they said she celebrated in a backyard with just a few friends and family. And I looked at the pictures and I thought, that's bigger than my wedding was.
So
a wine estate. So it's not our typical Brian the yard type of thing.
This is Kim's low-key.
Yeah, wine estate type of vibe. So I'm super impressed with her. Given from my AKA Kardashian name, I absolutely love the Kardashians. I think they're a bit controversial, so I think that's what makes them
I have
super
a
cool.
question, and maybe this is controversial, but why do you think she did this? Because my opinion is that, like, this is a smart career pivot. Yeah, we're speaking about, she's inspired by her dad, that makes sense. But beyond that, don't you feel that this is something that's going to give her so much credibility? Everyone that ever questioned Kim Kardashian and said, you didn't earn it, you just born into fame, you're just about money, you don't have any talent. Wow, now she can face everybody. I've got a degree, I'm a lawyer. How can you argue with that voice? I'm thinking it's giving her pertinence, it's giving her poise, and I think this is going to be a complete career pivot for her after she has this new voice, I think, right?
I agree.
I think when you're in the industry as well, you also know that, social media and entertainment is also so short-lived. So she was probably guided that that would be the next step that would give her a legacy, apart from the fame of being a reality show.
And what's really been going on? Just fame and more reality. So this is a beautiful move, actually.
And now an actress as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Kim. I love her on my TV screens. I'm not actually mad at that. But I just really love her trajectory. If you think about the start of her career to where she is right now, to me, that speaks of growth. To me, that speaks of evolution. And you can say what you want to about the Kardashians. I also have a little soft spot for them. I used to love binging on Keeping Up with the Kardashians because it's silly and just so great. And I really think that we should probably also thank her momager, for probably guiding her along this path.
Have you seen Chris' new face?
I've seen a new face.
She looks younger than I am, and she's almost 70 years old.
She just replaced it.
What do you mean?
It's like Chris 2.0. She went, took the one.
She looks like super young.
Found a younger version of it and plucked it on. I need to check this out. Wow, okay.
And I wish, can I sign up next? I also want to look like that. Okay, well, that wraps up your entertainment international news. I have to, though, put a question to you. You're a woman. You're from Africa. We celebrate you. And I'm pretty sure that you're so proud to be from this country and continent, too. Yeah. Well, let's ask you the question.
And that's why we're going to ask you this question. Obviously, we've been weighing in with Mzansi and finding out, with Africa being celebrated throughout this week, what word would you best use to describe Africa?
One word,
and
gosh.
Africans, the people.
Yeah, I think diverse.
I like that.
That's the one thing that I absolutely love. Firstly, like when I do travel, then people would be like, are you French? Are you Spanish? I'm like, no, I'm South African.
South African.
And I'm one of those people when you open your mouth, like, oh, she's Cape Townian. So I absolutely love that you can never pinpoint. It's just so diverse. We have different cultures, different languages, different foods. So, that would be.
I love that
my
diversity.
one word.
Because I think diversity is one of the biggest suits of armor that we wear into the world, and it's why it's being celebrated, because the world is resonating with South Africans, and I think it's that diversity, it's our uniqueness, and people get us. They understand, because we come and gone through it all.
Absolutely. And
Couldn't
we
have said it better.
stand into
And
this
rose above
day.
it.
Come on. Victorious, baby. I would personally say warm. That's it. 4 letters, because it really just embraces who we are. If you travel anywhere around the world, there isn't that, like if you walk and look at somebody in the eye, you just feel like, I see you, you see me. There's nothing like that anywhere else in the world.
I agree with you. I would probably change my word. I'm going to go with spicy now, just based on that, because we are spicy, we warm, we love to make jokes, we like to poke at fun, but we go through the most, absolutely. Candice, can I say a massive thank you for coming through and being the woman that you are. I know you're going to be in the kitchen earlier, after this, but really you are someone that's just carrying such beautiful poise and energy, and I think you are inspiring so many. Don't forget, even though you've opened up the door, keep it open for everybody else that's coming through, right?
Absolutely.
She will
Words of
definitely
wisdom.
do that. Well, we love to see it, Candice. We appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. But she's not going anywhere. She joins us in the kitchen a bit later. But right now, we're joined by post-birthday G-Man.
Do I still have that glow? I think I do. It was an emotional vomit on me yesterday. That's what happened, and it was amazing, okay? So we are all loving the buzz, but I think it's time to vase you something slightly different right now, something sleek, something spacious, and something seriously impressive. It is coming to your screen next week, and we can't reveal too much, but you can start doing a little bit of digging. So Hyundai is raising the bar with their latest SUV launch, and we get to share it with you just a little bit, tidbit by bit. So we are talking about, and this makes me excited because I am a dad, a brand new 7-seater. It is versatile, it is an SUV, and it has entered the room, it has entered the conversation, and it looks beautiful. So when we start getting into those layered value adds, obviously a panoramic sunroof, and if you're a parent with like 9 kids in the back with a playdate, that matters, okay? The infotainment system is a benchmark that has to be achieved. Multiple drive modes, depending on where maybe mom or dad is driving slightly differently. No, it makes a massive difference when it comes to economy. And then, of course, unsurpassed safety features. And then you get the Hyundai after-sales service, which I have heard is some of the best in the world. Just look at that view. You are going to see your world in a completely different light. And as a parent who relies on great value, who relies on the space that you need, but also you want the drive to be enjoyable, that looks like a capsule of fun waiting to be unlocked. It's functional, it is unbelievable value, and it is a beautiful drive. Oh man, look at the sleek design. I like the fact that it's got that city-made SUV look, but she looks very comfortable out on the dirt road. Gorgeous lines. I have a feeling this is going to dominate. And in South Africa, we love to be able to step into our car in the inner city, make it to work on low fuel economy, then hit the open road and explore. And I have a feeling this is the Chariot to do just that. And it's not just for one, it's a 7-seater. This is just a taste of what is coming. I cannot wait. Hyundai's newest arrival is set to make massive waves, and we're going to bring you the full reveal this coming Monday.
When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
Bro, can I just say, I'm picturing in that car and it would look great, my friend.
Great. I'm seeing you with your 5 kids.
Oh, yes,
It's going to be fine.
We're going to make a material.
You're just going to stack your surfboards
and bicycles. It's going to be so good.
You might not even need a trailer, dude. You might not even need a trailer. So, yeah, congratulations to the Hyundai family. Cannot wait for Monday to bring you that big reveal.
Yeah, now some more revealing is going to be happening in the kitchen because Mama Joyce is going to be revealing her steamed bread. I cannot wait for this. Bring the Carb Fest on. Let's get ready for the weekend. And it doesn't stop there because we're also going to be reviewing a movie review like no other, and it's a Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning.
Do you reckon it is the last one?
I don't believe it, bro.
I don't. Man.
This man's going to live forever, and he's going to keep doing stunts into his 100th year.
Yeah, he's aging backwards, and I know he's got a lot of bank to be able to do that, but wow, man, Tom Cruise is a treasure. Mission Impossible is a cinematic treasure, and we'll take you inside the drama after this.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code Expresso for 15% off at phytoceutics.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
Come on.
Explosions, disguises, double crosses, and Tom Cruise sprinting at full tilt. Yes, I am talking about Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. It is here, baby, and it is promising one last wild ride for Ethan Hunt, who we've known and loved since 1996. But does this final mission live up to the legacy? We got to find out.
And of course, Zoe Human is here. And she wasn't born in 1996, I don't think, so she might not have seen the first one. With all due respect, that might even be true, which is hilarious to me. Girl, thank you so much. Yeah, exactly, I know. But no, Tom has inspired us to live forever, so it's okay, you're going to be fine. I mean, what a series to try to wrap up. Can I just ask the question, is this the last installment?
I don't know. I don't know if this is the last installment, but I first think we need to give the people the trailer so they can get into it, and then we can talk.
Okay,
let's do it, girl. Let's do it. Let's get a taste.
This can't all be true.
Every word. CIA Black Vault break-in.
Am I reading this correctly? The Kremlin bombing?
In fairness, the bomb was actually meant to kill him. He gassed a security briefing.
That was just 2 months ago.
This explains the handcuffs. It's still not clear why he's here. If we want to bring the world back from the brink, we have to deal with him.
Should he choose to accept?
Smart people on every side are close to panicking.
What exactly is your plan?
Your team has been betrayed, Ethan. All your secrets compromised. Everything you are, everything you've done has come to this. You gave him an aircraft carrier?
Our lives are the sum of our choices. If this was your calling, your destiny, I have no regrets. Neither should you.
I need you to trust me. One last time.
Wow.
Bang, bang, bang.
Wow.
Thank you so much for taking us through that, because you kind of start to see just how incredible this journey has been.
So if you haven't seen Mission Impossible, you're probably thinking, whoa, that's a hectic trailer for one movie. But it is spliced with a couple of old segments from the movies coming as far back as 1996.
How many buildings have they destroyed along the way, man? How many airplanes, buildings, motorbikes, bad guys?
How many bones has Tom Cruise broken? Because he does the stunts himself.
It's crazy. And that opening shot there, you saw him hanging onto a plane. Not the first time he's done that. But that's actually shot in Mpumalanga. So they come to Cape Town, they come to South Africa for this filming.
And he likes to spend his money here, which is great. He likes to invest in the areas where he goes, and he was
It's
immense.
crazy. I don't think I've, out of all the movies I've reviewed so far this year, I feel like most of them have had a scene at least in Cape Town, South Africa.
Right?
It's very
well,
cool.
I love that they're adding to the entertainment budget in South Africa. What do you call it? The economy.
Yes.
You know what?
The GDP,
Money.
baby, the GDP. So break it down for us. So this is being touted as that one final time we must trust.
I feel like it hasn't been fully confirmed, but the way they handle it, with the care they give it, it definitely does feel like this is the final part. We also have to keep in mind that Tom Cruise is 62 years old.
He's still young. He's fine. He's
I know. He has a scene in there where he's fighting in his brookie, and it makes you think that, he's still got it. He's still got a good couple of years in him.
Right.
But you have to keep in mind that Mission Impossible, he takes about 5 years to film one movie. So for him, the next time he could possibly put another one out is maybe 68 years old.
Yeah, well, look, his role might define, and we've seen actors in Hollywood who have, look, he's got unlimited resources as well, which I think makes a difference when looking after yourself. But he's just so clever, but I love the fact that this feels like a self-indulgence on his part that we all get to benefit from. Because no one else would go there. No one else would spend the kind of money that, and it's his money. He creates these films, he does the stunts, he creates stunts that no one has ever seen
And I think some of the stunts he's done in this movie, like for sure, I think there could have been things in his editing that cut this movie down, because this movie is 3 hours long.
Sure.
Keep that in mind. You don't need a drink when you go into the cinema to watch this movie, because you'll be running in between. There's no way you can keep it together. Hey, another year.
have your little pouch, if you will, man. You've got to do what you've got to do. So, can you break it down? Just set the premise.
Okay, so basically, if you've watched Dead Reckoning, which is the part 1 of this film, it sets us up in a world where AI is about to take over, and that's how we start this film. It is on Ethan to go and save the world and stop AI from killing humanity and nuking us.
Everybody.
Everybody's at risk here.
What in the iRobot? Okay.
Well, I mean, who else is going to do it? I think Ethan has to step up for this one, because I can't imagine anyone else being able to save the world.
100%. Even Angela Bassett, who is the president of the US, if only she made it into the selection.
I know.
But she does a great job, and she sort of calls on him. She's like, you're our last hope. And it's amazing. I enjoyed it.
Oh, I can imagine. It's a full circle moment. And you think of how many, along the production journey, how many people's careers have been launched. I think of the likes of Ving Rhames and Simon Pegg, who had profiles, but were able to take a step up to another level entirely within Tinseltown because of the platform.
I love Simon Pegg. I mean, you have him in Shaun of the Dead and that whole Cornetto trilogy, and then you just see him just build himself up in this space. And it's amazing when you get to see actors like that sort of do that transition.
100%.
And there's a lot of new actors as well. I think that's maybe one of the critiques of this movie, is that there are so many talented actors that hardly get any screen time, because they all just get a little snippet, like characters like Hannah Waddingham. Amazing actress, but you only see her for 5 minutes. And you're like,
Hey, but you've now been in a Cruise film, and you've got that connection. So
That
I
gives
think,
you all the credit you need. I love that.
Is this going to raise a new fear for all of us? Are we all going to be terrified about what AI can potentially do?
100%. So this is a scene where he's gone to find a submarine at the bottom of the ocean.
Of course.
It is intense. I'm gonna tell you that, because you saw that one scene. I don't feel like I'm spoiling too much, where he's on the top of the ice, but facing the other way, and he's stark naked in the ice cold water. So the fact that he's doing these things for himself, this man.
And the crazy thing is, you know then he is at the bottom of the ocean in a submarine, if that's what he says he's doing, which is mind-blowing. Thank you, girl, for putting yourself through that on our behalf. But before we wrap up, let's hear what some of the cast had to say about this filming process and what, yes, seems like the explosive final chapter.
Ooh.
It is it's an epic story, visual. It has great drama, emotion, and action. It is made, designed, and built for the theatrical experience. Seeing it from my earlier films, seeing it from other people's perspective is always very interesting. So I do discover new things about it. You make the movie, and believe me, when we're making the movie, we're spending it's the hours in the editing room, the mixing stages, the sound stage. I mean, everything on the making the movies. And then as time goes on, you go back and you do discover things about it. When you see what Christopher McQuarrie has done in terms of wrapping all of these films into this film, hearing and seeing his perspective and hearing how he experienced those films and what they mean to him and how it informs this film, it's always very fascinating.
Listen, because it was made for the big screen, for the IMAX screen, shot in IMAX and made for the largest audience that we can assemble. Just get ready to hang on to your seats. You know, your heart's going to be pumping. Absolutely. It's just mind-blowing. So get ready. But you already know. Fans already know what to expect.
It would be very hard for anybody to do this kind of thing alone. It's a huge team effort, and it's not just me and Tom. It's a crew we've been working with on these two movies for over 7 years. Some of these people that we've been working with go back even longer than that, and you couldn't do it without an amazing team. We've put together quite a good bunch over the years.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. The stakes are high. The stunts are true as you see them. And I'm personally so excited to see this last installment of Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible.
Well, I can see Mama Joyce and Raul going at it in the kitchen. Why? Because steamed bread. And I rode the steamed bread all the way to a reality cooking show, my friends. It is that good, and you can see them getting to terms with the fact it is so simple to make, but yes, you've got to adhere to a few things, but once you get that right, you will not stop making steamed bread for the rest of your life. It is amazing. So cannot wait to taste the results this morning.
Oh, and results are coming your way. Perfect for the weekend. And if you weren't here earlier, Mama Joyce, our one and only mama of the house, is still at it, and she was making a beautiful lamb stew. How's it going? Is it ready to go?
Yes, it's ready. It's
okay.
ready to go.
So we can't just have a lamb stew, right? We've got to add something to it. Mama Joyce, what is the best thing to add to a stew to get all that flavor in, absorb it, and allow us to not use spoons and cutlery, but something else to dish up with? What would you recommend?
Steamed bread.
Ooh, steamed bread. That's what it's about. Mama Joyce is here to obviously talk about incredible meals. We finished the lamb stew, and now we're going to do steamed bread. Mama Joyce, I'm dying to hear about this because I've only tasted some of your bread. It's amazing, but I want to learn the secrets. How are you doing this thing?
It's nice. We have 4 cups here.
Of flour?
Of flour.
Okay, 4 cups of flour.
Yes, and dry yeast.
Dry yeast,
yes,
okay.
We're going to mix.
So you're mixing all the dry together?
Ingredients,
okay.
Yes, all the dry.
Got you.
And the sugar.
Ah, that's a little secret to why it tastes so good.
All of it.
She's going to appreciate you when I'm putting a lot in there.
And the salt.
Mama Joyce is healthy now, eh? I like that. I like that. Okay, cool. So mix all the dry ingredients up. This is very simple. So pay attention here, because if you want to show off to your guests and do steamed bread, which is something I know not many people can make, especially this well, pay attention right now. And of course, this recipe is available at expressoshow.com, so find it there, but pay attention right now. So dry ingredients are mixed in. Water's going in now.
The water's going in.
And is there a certain amount that you need to add in
Yes,
here?
I put 2 cups.
2 cups of water.
Of warm water.
Cool. All right.
It must be warm.
Is there a reason why? Why will cold water just not work?
Not cold, show me. You won't rise if it's cold.
Of course. I've got you. Right, so mix that in quite a bit. And Mama Joyce, I've got to say, there's someone here that's absolutely appreciating all the good food and wants to come inside the kitchen. So come and join us, Candice, man. How are we doing?
I just heard there was bread and I jumped on it.
So you and I share the same lunch, right?
Hey, man. It's winter, you know, you just want to eat some comfort food.
And I think breads are so good with on their own with butter, a little bit of salt, maybe as a side, maybe with soups.
Yeah.
But I think when you incorporate a good bread into a stew like this, I don't know what you grew up on eating. I had very traditional stews and breedies and that kind of thing.
Definitely.
So, I love when I could just scoop up some of the leftovers into, you know what I mean, some bread.
That's the best
Do you make
part.
food at home, Candice? Are you
Absolutely.
the designated...
I'm not the chef, though.
Okay.
But I'd like to learn this recipe.
what sort of meals are you making?
I'm into stews, so like tomato breedies. My husband's really good with like a vegetable pot.
Oh, nice.
So he's the better chef, but I can do like the house type food, like spaghettis, those comfort foods.
Nice. The comfort stuff. All right, before we get too distracted in good food, Mama Joyce, how's it looking over here? What do you want to look for when it comes to this sort of mix?
Must be soft and
like
elastic, yes.
Elasticy, sticky, not too stringy, but ooey and gooey. Almost like cookie batter or like a dough of sorts. Listen, if you want me to come help you there, I'm at your service, eh?
And he's got the muscle.
Oil.
Yes, they
okay, cool.
vegetable oil to make it soft, John.
Okay, so that just stops us from maybe also becoming a bit dry?
Yes, it's gonna be dry.
I love that. And then, Candace, sorry, back to you, because I'm always inquisitive about what our superstars are up to. You're making meals, and when it comes to like the rest of the day, do you just kind of chow wherever you're at? I know you're always at events and all these places, or do you prep a good breakfast as well?
Breakfast, you know, in our house, it's a staple: bacon and eggs. My daughter loves that.
Getting the
but
protein in.
I'm also like that typical coloured household family where we cook and we have some leftovers for the next day. So that's usually my lunch then the next day. I'm not big on prepping. I really wish I was. So, yeah.
Listen, you're a woman that is in demand. You have a kid, so that's already a full-time job. And then you have more jobs on top of that. So time is a valuable thing these days. I can completely understand why. I've been doing the same thing, maybe even letting it last like 3 days. So maybe steamed. How long can you keep steamed bread for, Mama Joyce? Is it something that you can hold on to for a while?
Yes, for half an hour.
Oh, okay. Okay. For the rising of the flour.
Yes, but it's gonna be like this one.
Okay. I'm speaking about when it's actually done and when we've cooked it. Is it something that we can keep for a while? The bread itself, or you want to eat it fresh rather?
Yes.
Fresh is best.
Yes, it's best.
Okay. I won't use a parakat paki for this one then. That was my plan.
You know what I like about steamed bread? You can eat with anything.
Yeah.
You can make a tea, soup, chakalaka, everything.
I love that. So the bread for everyone, for all the people. Let's pretend that this is now set and it's risen, and it's going to end up looking like that.
Yes.
What do we do next?
And it gets to this without adding flour on top of this one.
Mama Joyce, does it just end up looking like that, or does it take time?
Yes, it will take time and then rise, and then when it's going to be...
what this looks like, just because... Look at the difference here, guys. So you don't add anything to this?
No.
Just give it time?
Yes.
Let it sit?
Cover with a clean cloth.
Cover with like a styrofoam or cloth or cheesecloth or something?
Then it's going to rise.
Sure, but this looks amazing. All right. So how long does it now... Obviously, this is where the steaming comes into play.
Yes.
How long and how do you steam this?
Okay. Where's my...
What do you need?
I can't find my...
What do you need?
My enamel.
Ooh, okay, we need a special tool here. We don't have an enamel bowl.
Yes, what's here?
But maybe then just talk us through it in the meantime, because Candace is also here to pay attention. She's going to show off to the family.
You find an enamel bowl.
Yeah.
And then you spray it. And then you put in a boiled water.
Okay. Oh, the bowl goes...
Yes.
Okay.
You cover for 10 to 15 minutes. Then you find a clean dishcloth and cover, like.
Yeah.
And then put on top.
So then that's where it steams?
Yes, for the steam.
Okay.
So that the water couldn't drop in the steam.
What do you call it?
Keep it dry.
Yeah.
Yes, it's gonna keep it dry.
Hey, smart, huh?
Then for an hour. It's good. It's good.
Okay, I love you. Let's catch a service. We've brought exactly what you need. So you've spoken through this. Maybe you can quickly just show us how we put this together. Okay. I don't think a lot of South Africans know what's going on. Yes. I love Mama Joyce in the kitchen. She's everywhere, doing everything. We've got less than a minute to finish this off, but we've spoken about it in Mzansi. This is something special. We are doing steamed bread. We've just finished the entire mix. It has risen because we've given it some time to do so. And now Mama Joyce is going to show us exactly how this thing gets steamed up. Let's go. All right, so it's in boiling water. Watch your hands here as well that they don't get burnt if you are doing this. Voila. Mama Joyce in the house. Wow. Absolutely love the fact that you are sharing all of this with us.
And then after 10 minutes, you cover with a clean cloth. You and then put the lid on top.
I think Mzansi is dying to figure out exactly how you do this again. So I'm going to just show them once again. Look how this looks, all right? So the water's not going into the bowl. It's just used for steaming purposes. And you're going to see that beautiful bread rise up like Mama Joyce said. And then you want to cover it with like a cloth, a cheesecloth or something like that.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing your magic with us. You've gotten the biggest smile of a Candace this entire morning as well. All we're going to be doing while we head over to our entertainer of the day is chowing some of this bread. So we're going to chow bread while you get the list of all the good stuff coming your way. So get ready for it. G-Man, bring it on, bro. That stuff.
Oh, man. Keenan and the boys have been pacing like panthers here, ready to rock and roll, because that's what they do. Today is feeling a little self-indulgent. I love it when my favorite local bands come to play and play my favorite songs. And right now, just for you and a little bit for me, it's Red Wine. Take it away, boys.
to me. Take my chance and feel the dance of whatever it is you gave to me. I feel as you lift my mind on up. It's not a dream, it's plain to see that it's all gold we gave up. Because I've had this fever of you here with me all night. I'm rolling, shaking, baby, pour the red wine. Sweet death won't release me from the clutch of your heart. 'Cause I've had this fever of you here my whole life. I fall behind the times and after you. It's these normal days I can't escape, and that's when you come through. Two of us, ready for another ride. In the end, she's not your friend, 'cause we forgot what it felt like to live like we wanted something more. Fill my glass and drink and dance. A bottle of love, do we have more? Because I've had this fever of you here with me all night. I'm rolling, shaking, baby, pour the red wine. Sweet death won't release me from the clutch of your heart. 'Cause I've had this fever of you here my whole life, my whole life. This fever of you here my whole life, my whole life. This fever of you here my whole life, my whole life. This fever of you here my whole life, my whole life. This fever of you here. I've had this fever of you here with me all night. I'm rolling, shaking, baby, pour the red wine. Sweet death won't release me from the clutch of your heart. 'Cause I've had this fever of you here my whole life. This fever of you here.
The Defender Awards are incredibly important in helping to shine a spotlight on the amazing work of some incredible individuals.
When you are an organization or a team doing something great to get funding of your project, it is really important.
Charities need initiatives like this to make a difference in the work they're involved in.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Right now it is time for some quick fire questions. You don't reverse. Don't think about it too much. I clearly was overthinking that one.
That's what happens when you don't think. Just words come out, things come out.
Or no words. Keenan Exteen is still here. And when I say quick, I mean the quickest. We're putting him in the hot seat. And Keenan, I hope that you are ready for this.
Let's try it.
You look ready.
We decided that you sing too well and you're performing so good. We've got to try fluster you somehow before the next performance.
It's going to work.
So
Let's see.
hopefully, no, I'm joking, bro. You're made of steel, so let's get straight into it. Like we said, don't think about it. Even if random words come out, give it to us.
Okay.
First question. What is the first album you ever bought?
Bought. I didn't buy any. Wait, actually, Johnny Cash, Folsom Prison Blues.
Oh, nice, bro. That makes sense.
So
I
you
can
just
see
had
the
great
inspiration.
taste in music from day one.
Some would say.
Oh, some would say. Rumor has it. All right. How about dream venue to perform at?
Dream locally or
both?
Anyway, both.
Wembley would be the end goal.
Nice.
Dream venue here, probably the DHL Stadium.
Oh, bro.
Yes.
This is the manifestation station, so we're putting that energy out. It's gonna happen. All right, man. With your band being so darn cool, how would you describe your band's energy on stage?
Submissive.
I'm
joking.
Wait a minute.
No, they're lovely.
That was fantastic.
They bring me up. They uplifted. They bring the music to life. So I'm very grateful for them. Thanks, guys.
Oh, shout out, man. Absolutely.
They're looking at you like, yeah, he's right. We are. Okay, how about your favorite South African artist besides yourself?
Favorite South African artist currently right now is a band called Folk. Frontman Frank Freeman. Afrikaans, but like rock and roll going on strong.
Yeah, they're bringing some cool
Very
vibes.
cool.
I can
Very
see
cool.
that, man.
Very nice.
Listen, if you were not this incredible musician that you are, what would you be?
Sure. What would I be? Maybe a pretend businessman that might get locked up for fraud.
So a Netflix documentary can be made about you.
There would be something in that line, yeah. Maybe that or philanthropist.
I'm glad you're a musician, bro. Thank you for finding your calling.
It helps
That or a
everyone.
philanthropist. That's hilarious. Because, I mean,
Either way, I'm helping someone.
I love it. Who is the most underrated rock band of all time?
Ooh. Besides... No, I'm kidding.
That's a valid answer, man.
The most underrated, I cannot. I mean, yeah, I'm baffled here. Internationally,
You can.
Yeah, you can go international.
Think about your playlist.
nah.
I can see this man. He only thinks about the good stuff, and that's him and his band.
Sure.
So don't worry about that
No,
answer,
okay,
bro.
I'm done.
We
I'm
keep
sorry,
moving
I'm
on.
sorry.
So you guys move a lot. You did like 3 tours in 2 years. What's always in your tour bag?
Always in my tour bag, cologne.
Oh, nice. Do you have like
Thank
a
you.
special charm or anything, maybe?
Special charm,
Yeah,
like
like a
a
lucky
lucky.
charm?
Like a tail.
Totem.
You know that. No, I can't
Rabbit
say
foot.
that.
Ooh.
No, let's stick with the cologne.
So guys, you want to find out about that answer? Find him online, slide in the DMs. He might give you the answer.
This is a nice one. How
Okay.
about your biggest pinch me moment that you've had?
You've had a lot.
So far, well, the first time we played on Expresso was quite, that was definitely because we were like, oh my gosh, Mom, we're going to be on TV.
We made
Can't believe it.
National TV at first.
And then also the first time we played in Europe, we played live at a festival, which we couldn't believe because,
Where was that?
Hungary. 4 guys from Cape Town, given the opportunity to play on this big stage, that was quite a are we dreaming moment, but we weren't.
You weren't.
man,
That was you.
done.
Yeah.
Well
Sure.
done.
Yeah, thanks,
Listen,
guys.
what is a song that you currently have that's maybe on rotation or maybe just giving you vibes right now? It can even be your own, bro.
Chapel Roan Casual.
Oh!
You're a Chaperone fan. That
Really?
is crazy.
My gym playlist is full of just girly pop music.
Who else is on there?
Avril Lavigne is on there. We
Listen,
got.
I'm gonna download this playlist
I'll
probably
send
because
it.
I've seen how you look, man. He's jacked.
I'm just
So
working on the cut.
I need to get inspired, bro. So
Don't
let
be
me
fooled by the
share some of
blazer.
that with me, bro. I love it. I think we've got time for one more. Let's finish it off.
Okay, okay. Finish off strong. Because I just want to know this. It's a little bit self-indulgent. The weirdest thing a fan has ever done.
Oh, yeah.
Weirdest thing a fan has ever done. There was this one woman who came up to me and asked me, do I know her friend? But she had like this very like beer breathy thing going on.
Okay.
She's like, do you know this woman? She's the woman you're taking home tonight. And I already had someone, with me there. So I was like, I'm sorry, ma'am, that's unfortunately not going to be the thing happening.
Bro, I think both you and the band need to get used to these offers. They're going to keep coming your way. You're going to be showered with opportunities, so be careful. But what you don't need to be careful for is sharing your talent with us. And Mzansi has been waiting once again to see you and the band do your thing. And even Carissa's losing her mind right now. She can't control herself. So I'm going to let you send yourself off. Go get ready. Nah, thank you, man. The man himself, and I'm telling you, Mzansi, keep an eye on this band. Keep an eye on Mr. XD, because he's doing such incredible things for our country. When we're celebrating Africans, we're talking about this man too, and he's doing so much for us overseas. And right now, you get to see exactly why.
All right, this is Keenan Exton, and you're listening to Out of Love on Expresso. I was running from your love like I was running from a gun. You hate saying I lost what I found, ended just when it begun. I'm not the kind who can say they play it safe, it's just not part of the deal. The only way I can love without a trace is by keeping it real. And yesterday's touch is tomorrow's regret, 'cause I'm burning through the days. And maybe I felt it, I tend to forget, but it never seemed to amaze. I'm out of love, baby, for the last time, something I can think of someday. I'm out of love, be my little pastime, help me push my troubles away. Maybe there is something for us, only a heartbreak away. But I'm out of love, maybe for the last time, something that ain't easy to say. Love hard, feel deep, trust me to spill every secret you keep track. Lost time burning through my mind. And yesterday's touch is tomorrow's regret, 'cause I'm losing love by the day. And maybe I felt it, I tend to forget, but it never seemed to amaze. I'm out of love, maybe for the last time, something I can think of someday. I'm out of love, be my little pastime, help me push my troubles away. Maybe there is something for us, only a heartbreak away. But I'm out of love, maybe for the last time, something that ain't easy to say. Came from a lonely place, the only place I've ever known. Forgive me for the lonely days, I see your face, but you ain't my own. Now love's a simple way, a different way to be vulnerable. But I'll find another shade, a different way to vulnerable. Maybe for the last time, something I can think of someday. I'm out of love, be my little pastime, help me push my troubles away. Maybe there is something for us, only a heartbreak away. But I'm out of love, maybe for the last time, something that ain't easy to say. Thank you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is a Friday and we're celebrating along the line of entertainment, and right now we're diving into a kaleidoscope of color. Not only that, music and also magic as we celebrate the return of one of the world's most beloved musicals. I'm talking about Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. It's definitely one of my favorites. I used to watch it all the time growing up, showcasing at Theatre on the Bay in the Mother City. The stellar cast and creative team deliver a fresh take on the timeless family classic. And joining us on our couch right now, we've got a handful of gents. We've got Dylan Janse van Rensburg, who steps into the iconic role of Joseph. So we have to find out more about that. Then we have a familiar face, co-choreographer Jared Shadler. I can't wait to chat to him, and director Anton Leiting. Welcome, gents. Thank you so much for being on our couch.
Thank you for having us.
Our studio audience, you're lacking. Come on, come on. Thank you so much. Make some noise. Thank you, Jared. This is such an exciting time. I have to come to you first. Like I said, I watched this growing up. There was a movie made about it that was fantastic. Yeah. And you take on the role, the lead role of Joseph. Tell me more about this.
It's been such an amazing experience so far. I've played the character of Joseph before, but coming into this as my first professional lead role has been absolutely... I've been in awe every moment of the way. Coming with an amazing cast, amazing company, it's an incredible experience so far.
How do you even prep for a role like this? Because it's got cultural significance, spiritual significance, and then also it is just a interesting and fun role to play.
Well, yeah, it is. It's an incredible role to play. So many young actors would love to play this role, so I feel grateful to be able to perform this on a stage like that. For vocally, mentally, and physically, for vocally, we have to do a proper warm-up, you know, and make sure you get those high notes, as well as the low notes. Surprisingly, it's a lot lower than you think.
Right.
And then, of course, you're shirtless for majority of the show.
We just saw, yes, absolutely.
You're going to have to make sure that you're physically strong as well, but luckily, Anna Oliveira and Jaden Dixon warm us up properly before a show and make sure that we're ready for it.
Because, come on, the audience is sitting there in anticipation, ready to eat it all up.
Yeah, and with this guy's choreography, it's a lot of work.
Now, Jared, we got to come to you because I'm not going to lie, I didn't even know, because we know each other, and I didn't know that you also choreograph. That is incredible.
Surprise, surprise.
A man of so many talents. You and Dwayne Alexander got together with this. So tell me a little bit more about the creative process that went behind choreographing this production.
Yes, so Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat has a variety of different music genres. Like, it's jam-packed. It's full of color to, you know, put the nail on the head.
Come on.
So I think just choreographically, I think because there's so many music genres, you kind of have to also cater to the different dance styles as well, which is really great because, you know, there's a little bit of everything. There's country, there's commercial hip-hop, there's adage, then the list goes on and on and on and on and on. So, you know, there's a little bit of everything.
Sure, and there you guys are rehearsing. How incredible. And we just get to see a little bit of that. Anton, I saw you there for a second too. Your 2 minutes on screen. I love it. So tell me a little bit more about the creative collaboration of all of this coming together to something that we can enjoy.
Well, you know, there's a saying that says, teamwork is dreamwork.
There you go.
And with musicals, it's an exceptionally collaborative art form.
Sure.
So you kind of have to choose your team really carefully because ultimately, you know, you've got your music department, your choreography department, and we've worked a lot with Jared, myself and Dwayne.
Yeah.
And we were kind of, if we want a fresh, funky take on this, we've got to bring someone like Jared in.
Fresh, funky, and he's the guy.
And Charles-Johan Lingerfelder does the music for us. So it's just a really, we wanted to change Joseph up for the 2025 audience. You know, youngsters who are now discovering it for the first time need to go, this is fantastic. You know, so you have to rethink what kind of team are going to do that.
I'm really excited to see it because I want to sing along to every song. Any Dream Will Do is one of my favorites.
It's catchy.
It sticks in your head. It sticks in your head.
Oh my goodness. So tell me a bit more about singing these recognizable songs. I mean, do you feel the weight of it when you step onto stage? Does the audience, do they sing along with with you? Are you expecting that to happen?
Oh, listen, if they do, I would love it. I love bringing joy to the people. Like, as soon as one of the popular songs starts, you can see everybody's faces light up. Because you can't see much, but you see teeth, and you just see smiles
and you
for
can
the
feel
rest of the world. Exactly. So being able to sing a song like Any Dream Will Do, which has so much power and so much love in the song alone, it's an incredible opportunity every night to perform such wonderful music.
Yeah, and you know what? It's also inspirational, I think, at the end of the day. Also, just the story of Joseph is a beautiful one to witness. How about you when it comes to maybe one of your favorite songs that you have choreographed or co-choreographed? Do you have one?
I do have a favorite one. I think, I'm not going to say what it is.
No, tell us.
But I will say, though, that there is this song called The Mega Mix, which is kind of like a full kind of reminder of what's happened in the show right at the very end. I'm not going to spoil much, but there is a part in that Mega Mix where I do squeal like a little girl. Because I love it so much.
And I'm hoping that response will come out of what, do you squeal like a little girl when you watch it all come together?
I have my moments.
You have your moments, Anton. I knew it. I could see it in you. What makes this production so unique?
You know what, I think, again, it's a company full of young people. And one of my passions is to introduce young people to the theatre. You know, it's something that I feel is really important for future generations of our audiences. And so, again, you know, I feel the story is really great for young people because it's almost like a mirror against which they can reflect their dreams, their potentials, their challenges. And I guess ultimately to realize that, you know, in the current world, kindness and forgiveness is really what we should all be focusing on. And this story tells that.
So
and
crazy.
It's really great.
Still resonates to this day.
Absolutely.
Oh, I can't wait to get into it. I can't wait for you to see it too, Mzansi. Thank you so much, gents. And please get your tickets through Web Tickets because it all goes down until the 12th of July. And if you're in the Mother City, make sure that you get over to the Theatre on the Bay. We can't wait to get into Joseph and the Technicolor Dream Coach.
See you there.
See you there. Round of applause once more for our gents. Yes, please.
I have it on very good authority, and this is after my mom, who is like the greatest theatre aficionado in the world, and my 8-year-old son went to go and watch, and bearing in mind he has an attention span like mine, and absolutely loved it. Apparently, Dylan is on another level.
That's an official span
on another level. So go and support, but I think we are all about support, especially on this show, when it comes to plugging into the power of a female network and what women can do for each other in the business space, and what a platform we have now, dude.
Absolutely, and let's bring in some more of it. Now, listen to this, right? Serena Williams once said, every woman's success should be an inspiration to another. Now, we're strongest when we cheer each other on. And I think that's exactly what the Rising Star Award is all about. It's about celebrating women, G-Man, and we are building this and new businesses and also making bold moves. I absolutely love this initiative.
Because the landscape has changed, and as much as we need to be mentored by those structures above us, I think those that are above us are realizing they need mentoring coming the other way. We need to be shown the light.
Feeding both ways.
And exactly, and then you get to potentialize these businesses along the way. Now, I think understanding that better than most, some massive brands, Fair Lady, Santam and True Love, they have combined their forces and they are looking for the 2025 Santam Woman of the Future. So whether you've just launched your business, whether you're making a difference in your community, or you've been doing it for a while, steering your own enterprise for years, and you've built an empire, and I always use the term a wake of development behind you, because that's what happens when you get these strong female leaders within business. They bring those around them up with them.
A product of having impact and getting it right indeed. I couldn't have said it better. Now listen, if your business is under, let's say, 1,000 days old, or you know a woman who's just started building something amazing, well, that's the person we're talking about. This award was made for her.
But she must be amazing, because we've seen from past entries what it does for the winners, and I keep using the word strategic network. It's not just an accolade and a validation for the work that you've been doing, it's a platform to launch from. Now suddenly you've got business advisors, you've got mentors, women who have already carved a path, who have structures, who have stakeholders that are already leaning into what you're doing. Suddenly your great idea can open up to funding. Your great idea can open up to a network that can potentialize it. And we know that the group is so much bigger than the sum of the parts when you look at what this platform achieves. It is an amazing opportunity.
I couldn't think of a better way to describe that, G-Man, and I think these are some good moments and things that we need to discuss, especially when it comes to business. We've got so many opportunities for starting new businesses. We've got so many crazy ideas. I would love to see a business that involves impact, like you've just mentioned. It mustn't be just about making money. It needs to actually have some sort of a ROI beyond financial. And this is what I'm hoping everyone can have when it comes to these crazy ideas. And of course, impact is at the top of that list.
And I'm glad that impact matters now, especially in the social development space. So let's remind you of the 3 categories, because social development does come into it. So let's start with the Rising Star Award, which we've just covered. And that's, again, for your business under 1,000 days. You're just starting out making your mark. Then we've got the Social Entrepreneur Award. This is the most important. Social development. Women that are driving change in their communities. And then this one we can all get excited about because it's our future, the Woman of the Future Award. And that's for seasoned, successful business owners that are steering the ship.
Absolutely.
Master and commander.
I cannot wait to see the entries for this. And I think everybody that does is already a winner. But listen, enter today at womenofthefuture.co.za. That's the website that you can go to. The entries close at the 3rd of June, all right? That's just around the corner. And this means that you could be winning your share of 840,000 Rand in prizes. This includes mentorship and national media exposure. All the catalytic stuff that you need to just get you going.
We will get this excited talking about you, I guarantee it. And we've got a big platform here, so claim your space. Go and create your own legacy. Start steering the course yourself. And Santam is about this. This is freedom.
Yeah.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Wherever you are, just run back to your lounge now. Just run. I don't know what happened. We were like ants that someone had like got a magnifying glass out. Suddenly everyone just
Someone said weekend and we all ran.
Cammy, we've had great performances that did kind of feel like the weekend. Keenan, we blame you and the band, all right? We have been going gaga over our beautiful country and our continent. And with Africa Day around the corner, we are now shining a spotlight on some of the stories that were made right here at home. Stories that shook global screens, maybe even got an Oscar nod, made us unbelievably proud, and reminded the world just how powerful African storytelling can be.
Absolutely, because from the gritty townships to sci-fi sitcoms and also movies, these are the African films that we'll never stop recommending. And we, of course, got Zoe Human with us once again to guide us through these different movies.
But to bring some maturity to the conversation.
Because I think it was all of our decisions. We all have a pick for our favorite African film.
Absolutely.
Did you pick on us one?
Yes, I did.
Yes, I can't wait to find out
Where are
what
we
it
going to
is.
start?
I think we're going to start with Carissa.
Okay. You're not saving the best for last. We're starting with the best. So let's get into it. All right, my movie is Four Corners. When I watched that movie, I don't think I was ready. From the beginning all the way to the end, I think I cried, I was angry, I was in it. It felt like my family was being represented on screen. But before we get into it, let's watch a little clip on it.
All right, I'm excited.
It's the king. The king lives forever. Based on guns and letting him go.
Shit, man. Ik word zelfs in die vier hoeken nou zeggen, oh.
Ach, in de 6e territorie.
Fantastic.
It's a chess game.
Oh, life really is. All of our favorite
Adding it to
actors
my watch
in there,
list.
so you need to. It is so incredible, so well made. But yes, brace
Little bit
yourself.
traumatizing.
Exactly. I think many people, I mean, if you're from the community and from the areas, you're kind of aware of gangsterism and the plight of it in many of our culture. But when you see it on a screen and when you experience it in that way, it just becomes so real and so emotional. And then you realize that this is some people's lived reality.
And I think that's a big reason why I chose my movie as well. So I chose Tsotsi.
Oh,
I think
well
you
done.
still spoke about it.
Yeah, I mean,
earlier this week.
it was the first benchmark for international kind of release for South African films, I think, yeah.
No, 100%. Well, it is in fact our only Oscar-winning film for Best Foreign Film at the Academy Awards. So that's very cool. I mean, we've had 2 nominations in our history as a country. So I feel like I couldn't talk
That one
about
got nominated
celebrating
for one too.
a South African film without talking about Tsotsi.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely loved what it meant for South
Yeah, I mean, that one was fantastic. It got, like you were saying, nominated for Best Foreign Language Film at the 86th Academy Awards. So it just shows the
You're saying that's the
incredible...
only Academy Award that we've won?
Yes, for foreign film.
Okay.
No, it's very special, and it's also by, well, it was a novel written by Athol Fugard, and I'm a theatre nerd, so anything by Athol, I am... Yeah, stamp of approval. But we can have a look at it if you guys would like to. Have you seen it, Ralph?
No, I want to see this.
No, you've got to add it to the list.
All right.
Sure.
Cracker.
He lives, and survival is the only thing that matters. But in one moment, his life will be changed forever. The past he had forgotten will give him hope for a future he could never have imagined.
Oh, okay, definitely adding this to the list, guys. This is proper.
I don't know about that trailer that
The American boy. Half a man in half a country.
It's hilarious. Why should we watch this movie?
I think it's so important for us to humanize people in our country. I think we see crime so much and we just see a person who wants to do harm, but we don't think about...
What has informed that?
The sort of the culture that's created that identity and the humanity that can still exist if we choose to identify it. And yeah, that's a big reason.
But I love it because we've got the drama here. If you want to create an action film, just point a camera out your window. I mean, South Africa has the action, has the matrix to create these incredible stories, but then you bring it back down to a beautiful, very personal journey of one man, of a baby, of what that means. And I love that when they flip the script, because it forces you to hold up a mirror and ask questions exactly like you say.
I mean, it's a tightrope, right? Because I feel like I'm balancing right now between we're more than crime, like South Africa is far more than just these stories, but also
but the
these are the
reality.
stories that we need to tell in order to move forward. So it is this.
And it tells that story. It tells that story. All right, my friend.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've got time for it, but I just want to mention it because I think it's an absolute stellar. District 9.
Yeah.
What a freaking
so
movie. I don't know if you've got a
Banger.
chance to check it out before we talk about it, but just a reminder, Mzansi, check this out.
Yeah, love it.
The government noticed that they were moving into new areas.
They don't belong here.
A lot of bad things started to happen. They must just go. I don't know where they go. They must just go.
Whoa, so guys, just a quick one, and I got to tell you why I love it. Not just for Shelton Copley, who is an incredible actor and bringing South Africa to the forefront with it along with the rest, but this is not just an action movie.
Because Sew the Winter to My Skin.
Oh,
I think it's John Kepe is the name of the guy that had actually a real story, like a Robin Hood figure in rural Karoo in the 1950s, and you can imagine what that landscape would have been like. And he would steal cattle predominantly and then redistribute amongst the poor, and this became like a national drama. But take a little look at this.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
looks hectic,
bro. Well, it's like an old school Western that you know is real, that plays out again in a South African context that makes you understand. You want to understand land in South Africa. You want to understand what's going on here. Watch this film. But what Jamil has done, he is, without a doubt, of my contemporaries, because we're about the same age and we started in the industry together, he is by far the best at what he does out of everybody that I've ever connected to in the industry. He honestly is in a class of his own. What Yellowbone are doing with Five Finger, with the Knuckle City, but it's just phenomenal how a South African entity has been able to just step in at the highest level of filmmaking.
I really wish Trump actually watched some of these films before he met our president. It would have given him such great insight into the country.
I also
that's all he needed.
Shout out to Layla Swatch, who was also part of this production, and she's also been doing incredible things in the film world. So yes, to more women dominating, but what an incredible selection of films. I think it's great
something
to say.
watch this weekend.
Come on. Our weekends are going to be jam-packed with shining a light on Africa, South Africa. And speaking of our talent, we got to get into one of my favorites. Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Here's one of the performances from it, and I can tell you right now, you're going to sing along.
I closed my eyes, drew back the curtain to see for certain what I thought I knew, far, far away. Someone was weeping, but the world was sleeping. Any dream will do. I wore my coat with golden lining, bright colors shining, wonderful and new. And in the east, the dawn was breaking, and the world was waking. Any dream will do. A crash of drums, a flash of light, my golden coat flew out of sight. The colors faded into darkness, I was left alone. May I return to the beginning. The light is dimming, and the dream is too. The world and I, we are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do, still hesitating. Any dream will do. May I return to the beginning. The light is dimming, and the dream is too. The world and I, we are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do. Give me my colored coat, my amazing colored coat. Give me
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, it's Zanzi. Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show, the Friday edition, the post-G-Man birthday edition. But here's something even more exciting. I want you to get ready to turn your dream kitchen into a reality. That's the opportunity happening with Easy Life Kitchens, who are giving away a stunning makeover worth 450,000 Rand. Now, this is complete with Caesar stone countertops and a 50,000 Rand installation, all the costs covered by ABSA. So this literally is your chance to cook up something absolutely amazing. What are you waiting for? Now, we could walk away with a show-stopping designer kitchen crafted with premium finishes and built to impress. I know you like the sound of this, and it's luxury reimagined, and all of this could be yours. So all you got to do is enter, and it's really simple. Do the following, right? Visit one of the 43 Easy Life Kitchen showrooms, and it's all across South Africa. You can then scan the QR code that you'll find on the display in the showroom, and then take a selfie in your favorite kitchen display. Complete the online entry form in store, and then upload that photo. It is that simple. But on top of this, if you are an existing ABSA client, you will automatically qualify for a bonus entry and will therefore have 2 entries in the competition. This is the place where dreams can come alive. So don't miss out the kitchen giveaway. It ends on the 30th of June, and all you got to do is visit easylifekitchens.co.za today. Find your nearest showroom and then let the magic happen. Now, your T's and C's can be found at easylifekitchens.co.za, and all I'm going to say with that is good luck.
Yes, we are crossing fingers for you. But speaking about kitchens, we are in a kitchen once again. And we brought in the fantastic Chef Clem. We've missed you so much.
I know. I miss you guys.
Oh, he just denies us. He's like, the more I'm not there, the more you miss me. And now you're back. Absence does.
There we
Makes
go.
the heart grow so much fonder. Now, earlier this week, Clem visited Woolworths organic cottage cheese supplier to learn more about the organic farming and what goes into these award-winning cottage cheeses, and they're so delicious too. Today's back with a viral cottage cheese wrap recipe, and it also has some ham, cheddar, and salad in the middle. I've never said those words together. A cottage cheese wrap.
You know, but it actually works so well together. The first time you try it, and you're like, is this supposed to do this?
Okay.
It's amazing, and it's pretty simple to make as well.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so it is also with the cottage cheese that is award-winning, which is beautiful. Woolies always does it best. My favorite's chunky. I love it chunky. You love it smooth.
I like the low-fat chunky.
Ah.
Yeah, there's something that's so amazing about the richness. And usually when you think low-fat, you think it's going to be less intense in that richness. It is not. It is amazingly beautiful, rich and light. So I think that's why I love it. And I add so many things to it. I mean, I make it sweet, I make it savory.
Sweet?
Yes, a little bit of honey.
Danielle was here yesterday, I think it was. She gave me like a no-bake cheesecake made with the cottage cheese. So you're right, actually.
What can't you do with cottage cheese?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
You can solve the world's problems with cottage cheese.
World peace.
World peace.
In a container.
There we go. So you can use any of the cottage cheeses for this. I mean, if you want to use the one with chives, you can get a bit of chive flavor in there.
Yes.
So smooth or chunky, doesn't matter, because you're going to blend everything up.
Right.
So we're going to go with our cottage cheese. And you know what the most amazing thing about visiting the farm was? Is I don't know what I thought went into producing cottage cheese, but I didn't think it was so natural. The amount of effort that they have in the production of the cheese is minimal.
Right.
Mother Nature does most of it. And you can smell, like, I don't want to say dairy. You can smell the richness of the butter, of the cream. Ooh. It is such an intoxicating smell. I miss the Midlands.
Put it in a bottle. Put it in a bottle, and we will buy it.
Amazing. Okay, so we're going to go with our cottage cheese.
Remind us what we're making again.
We're going to make the wrap. This is the wrap.
Cottage cheese wrap. We've got egg, we've got cottage cheese, and then just a little bit of garlic salt.
Garlic salt is great because, I mean, yes, we're going to season the food to make it not salty, but season it. But there's an additional ingredient in there, which is garlic, and it's so beautifully subtle. Do you want to add some?
I do, but you're going to have to guide me.
No, I'm not going to. You season with your heart. Absolutely, because you know what your palate's like.
But this feels so good, though. My ancestors are saying more, but I'm going to stop there.
Okay, there we go.
Because high blood pressure.
High blood pressure. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to blend it up. Okay. If you have a stick blender like we do, that works. You want to have a jug blender, or if you have a cake mixer, electric cake mixer, just use that.
And if you have none of the above?
You mush and mash, and you just go at it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix it up, and once the egg is perfectly combined with the cottage cheese, you're good. You're done. So
that looks like cake batter, or at least icing.
Yeah, it does. You're right. Okay, so want to spread it for me? You don't even have
spread. You mean on here?
On the paper, and do use a piece of baking paper, not wax paper. Do you know why?
Why?
Wax paper is made out of?
Wax.
And what's going to happen with wax when it wax when
Are
it
you
gets heated?
mansplaining to me right now?
No,
It melts.
It's no. I'm not mansplaining. I want you to tell the people because I get so many. We still get DMs about people saying what's the difference between wax paper and baking paper, and even worse, disaster stories of I baked my cake using wax paper.
Ooh.
And now I can't separate the
now
two.
I've got a waxy cake.
Got a waxy cake. Don't eat that. Don't eat that. So baking paper has got a different type of coating on it, which helps it be heat resistant. And obviously nothing sticks to it. I will never mansplain to you.
Ever. Instructions unclear. You just said spread it. Is that right?
Spread it. Don't be precious about it. Don't worry about like this is uneven. It doesn't matter. It bakes and it looks like this.
Wow.
Guys, your brain's like how? But then it does. So what you've got now is a high protein
snack.
There we go, full of dairy, all the goodness that we love, and you can do whatever you want with it. So what I found you can do at this point right now is I get extra sheets of baking paper. You build while I talk. You got this.
I got this.
And then I actually like separate these with little layers of baking paper and freeze it. And then I got a wrap that's ready to go.
I was going to ask if you can freeze so you can have meal prep.
Yes. It's a bit delicate, so it might like crack. So make sure wherever you're going to put it is a place that's not going to get like things crashing on it. But then you're good. And then it goes into the microwave for less than 30 seconds and you're winning at life.
Oh my gosh.
At life.
You've just literally solved world
peace. Okay, Carissa, what are you making? What have you done? What's your inspiration?
I'm doing
Where are we going?
something so special.
Okay.
We've got a little bit of cheese. We've got some cucumber. We've got some lettuce. And then we're going to go ham for the ma'am.
Ham for the ma'am?
It's me, I'm the ma'am.
Cucumber for the?
Cucumber for the samba.
Hey, cucumber for the samba.
Lettuce for the? Come on, Chef Clem.
So, okay, guys, I don't think there's anything that rhymes with lettuce. I'm like, audience, anything? No. Crickets. Sorry, Carissa. Sorry, South Africa. I let you down. This looks good. This looks good. This is a burrito. Wow, Carissa. Yo. Okay, so.
I apologize.
She told me I want to taste this on camera. What have you done? Okay, so a bazooka of a power protein-packed meal.
Where can we find this recipe?
You can find the recipe at woolworths.co.za. Check it out. Try it. I don't know what's going on over here. But the best thing else, South Africa, try the entire range. Make your own
It adds
wraps.
flavor, actually.
And don't stick to the ingredients that Carissa has just used, the lettuce, the cucumber, everything. Play around with it. Make it your own.
You can go further.
You can go, how further?
And the organic cottage cheese can be found at Woolworths because, of course, they're all about the difference. Quality products made with the planet and its people and, of course, the animals in mind, always at the forefront. Shop their award-winning organic cottage cheese range in-store, online, and on the app. Cheers. Let me see if I can actually lift it. I can. Enjoy expressoshow.com with award-winning cottage cheese.
Wow. We're winning at life.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Some good news. You could make this Friday unforgettable if you play Powerball and Powerball Plus because 73 million rand is there to be taken home. So please don't miss out. Play your Powerball for that estimated 67 million Powerball Plus with an added 6 today. Get your tickets. Please do it fast. You can go in-store, online, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking, or you can dial *120 *7529# for USSD just to do it. And we've posted those prompts on our socials, so you got no excuses. Thanda push to play Powerball and Powerball Plus for 73 million rand in estimated jackpots today. You win the money, you can go to a show every single night of the week and go and see this first Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat. It's a hoedown, baby. The brothers are here. Oh, man, I can understand how they give Joseph a hard time, man. It's a lot of energy to try. And Marshall, you guys are amazing. And, of course, one of the greatest, I think, musicals that you can see. If you've got young people interested in theatre, please plug them into this energy. Can we get another round of applause? Well done. And to Dylan, who is our Joseph, absolutely brilliant. And, of course, Jared, who's kind of one of ours. Well done, well done. What a day, what a week. Love you guys.
Oh, I love it.
Beautiful food. A reminder, get it at expressoshow.com. And obviously, we've got great music from Mr. Eckstein himself and the band. So lots to celebrate, lots to get involved in. And that means the weekend has been officially set. We are ready for it, guys.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Now we eat steamed bread and we dance. All right. Can continue.
Another feel-good production.